What's going on, everybody? It's me, Sloppy. Man. It's Friday. You ain't gotta work tomorrow. You ain't gotta do nothing besides just watch kids. But besides that, yeah. What's up, everybody? I've been on a roll. Goddamn. Hold on. What the fuck? All right. It's like a minute. Sloppy, why did you hide? Because she's my friend, Ramanov, and I know who has the that account, and I don't allow that because you don't. Because someone doesn't like her doesn't mean you have to do that shit. I'll most likely talk to someone about that later on today. Uh, someone might not like her, but they shouldn't be putting that. But yeah, and then hey Sloppy, what's up? God damn, I forgot your name. Uh, forgot the chosen one. I think. Or what was it? I forgot. And then Jude Davis. That's funny. But what's up? Fuck. The lone one. There you go. There you go. Appreciate you saying that. But yeah, Romanov. I like I said before. I do not. I will have people block. I will have people blocked or hidden, I guess you could say hidden, if you showcase an image of a child in your PFP. So, so if you have a child in your PFP, you will not be able to comment on here. If you change your PFP to something different, then yes. Can you mod me, please? I promise I won't. I'll think about it. Little one, you. I've seen you around quite often, so I'm not saying it's your account, Ramnath. I'm just saying whoever, if ever, someone puts an image of a child and tries to comment on here, and if the child, then it gets hidden. I'm not gonna play those games. You know, if you come in with the regular image, if it's an image of someone, then that is an adult or someone that is just there, then yeah. But if I know the person that is using some of the images that I do not like, then yeah, of course I'm gonna call them out like today. Sloppy, are you mad at me? No, I'm not mad at you yet. You haven't said anything crazy. I couldn't see the last stream because it wasn't watchable because a group of big mouths decided to ruin the stream. Oh, it happens all the time, lone one. When I let people in, when I let people in, uh, people want to express themselves, and unfortunately, some of the viewers might not like it or might not want to watch that because my content, my I guess content. God damn, I'm sounding like these YouTubers now. My videos are mainly about Preds and stuff like that, and that if someone wants to come in, like today people could come in and say what the fuck they want. I make the mistake that when I'm talking about a pred, I let people in and then they fucking change the shit, and it happens. I I was at work today and I was like, man, like I for a reason I have open chat, right? When I have open chat, people could come in and say what they want, blah blah blah. But when I'm talking about a pred, specifically one that's notoriously still, fucking talking to an underage child, I should keep my focus on that. But I guess because I am tired, or I don't know what the fuck my mindset is, that because I like to engage with the chat, right? I like to engage with the chat, and I like to respond to everybody that takes the time to respond on the chat, right? I guess apparently like I respond too much, and I need to start learning to focus on the topic. Uh, like today, it's open chat, so in a little bit, I'm gonna put the StreamYard link and whatever. But on the days that I'm talking about a pred, and then when I say I'm done talking about the pred, I guess you could say, then I guess allow people to come in. But I've been fucking up lately when it comes to talking about specific people, because I allow people to come in sooner than I should, and then fucking it just turns into something that is not important to me. When I have my open chats, I guess you could say whoever could come in and talk about random ass shit. But when I'm talking about a pred, and then we change the topic, it kind of defeats the purpose of me talking about who I'm talking about, and it just shows, and then it turns into something that I could give a fuck, right? Like I don't give a fuck about people fighting each other. I could watch that in their channels, because their channels is mainly about that, right? My channel is not about me fighting this person, me or this person wanting to fight this person. I could give two fucks about that shit. If you're gonna do it, do it. Stop fucking just talking about it. It just sounds bitch made shit. My bad. The alcohol is talking. I'm sorry. My bad. You shouldn't let those goofs in. They ruined your stream. Yeah. Well, I guess because I'm very transparent. Well, or not transparent, but like open, right? Um, I thought I thought that they were gonna come in and talk about you know you know press shit, right? And after a while, I'm just like, well, they're already here. Let's um let's let's do whatever. I don't care. It's already I already said what I had to say when it comes to John Davis. Like me, typically, like I said, my streams normally take an hour and a half, max 2 hours. After that, it's just nonsense. I'm just over speaking. That's why I try to keep mine for like an hour and a half and 2 hours, because after 2 hours it's just nonsense, right? You're not gonna fucking you can't showcase enough evidence for 2 hours about a random person, right? Well, not a random person, but a P3DO. So so I looked at my video. I don't delete any of my videos, so that video is gonna be there for until my channel gets taken down by a pred or something. But those videos will be there forever until the day I guess someone is able to take down my channel. DMs Chupapi. Hold on. I'm eating and drinking wine at the same time, so don't mind the chewing and the sipping. Hold on. Hmm. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Ramanov. Like I said, Ramanov. I know you like to troll, but if it's someone that I know that people might not like, uh, that we don't do that, and I will call you out on it, even if you're a mod. Right? They should have kept that stupid to themselves, because what they are doing is not important. It's wasting your time. Yeah. And I allow it. I guess and I'm at fault too, right? I allow it. I allow people to come in and shoot the shit. I like to conversate about random stuff, and most of the time, 95, let's say 95% of the time, we're talking about random ass shit. We talk about Preds, we talk about the bad people, we talk about all these individuals and shit like that, and then the second half we'll talk about video games. We'll talk about what's going on in the world, shit like that. To me, that's cool. I like that. I like engaging in topics like that. But when it's like I want to fight you, or you said this about me, you called me this, or I called you that, and to me that shit is fucking stupid. You could come in and say, talk talk about it, but I think it's stupid. Like, oh, you need to call out this person. Oh, you need to call out that person because he called me a fucking fat boy. That shit is fucking stupid. That is, to me, it's entertaining when I'm watching it in someone else's stream, right? When I'm watching it in someone else's stream that is about them. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't care. Like 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 if you're gonna cry about people fighting each other and all that, I don't give a fuck. ¿Qué pasa? Oh, in the car, right? So bring the chocolates out. ¿No dices? You bring the chocolates. ¿Ah? Pues por eso, está bien. Yeah. I don't want to eat pretzels and wine. Okay, I'm just kidding. Don't give me that look, woman. All right, hold on. No, my bad. The woman is still awake, so I gotta engage with her too. They should put that BS in their own streams. Yeah. And they will. And they will. What's up, Jane? And they will. But I've been what type of wine? Some Merlot, some red wine. I like my red wines. I'm eating pretzels. I normally don't eat pretzels with my wine, but because um, there's no cheese. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Eh? ¿Dónde vas? Ay, niño. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. People came in. People are dissatisfied with other people. People are trying to tell me to call out people for calling out other people or making talking shit about other people. That's not my shit, right? That's not my shit. I don't call out people because they're talking shit about another person. I could care less. Like the people that came in, like to me, you could come in. I don't shy away when it comes to confrontations. I don't shy away when they're asking me certain things. I don't. Drinking is haram. Well, I'm not Jewish or Muslim or none of that bullshit. So I'm good. And so I let people in, right? I let people in. I don't mind it. But when they're trying to tell me to call someone out for talking shit about that individual, I don't care. Uh, all of you guys, Romanov. Yeah, I told Pink Live. I told Romanov to hide the account that had the child in that image because I said yesterday that I don't allow people to put images of children on my chat. If you change it, then I'll leave it. But I don't allow images of children on my chat. Anyways, did you get chocolate? Hold on.
No chocolate.
Oh, just Skittles?
Yeah.
I don't like Skittles.
Popcorn.
Nah, no popcorn. ¿Qué más?
Nomás quiero, no sé. I don't know if there's any left, but they were eating it while they were watching.
Oh, never mind. Ya vete a dormir, niño. I'm watching you. Waraski, I'm watching you. Ya vete a dormir. What's going on? Okay. Um, what's going on? Just me drinking some wine, talking some smack today. Nothing too crazy. It's just I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I was like, nah, 4 days in a row, like that's too much, right? That's too much. I'll give it a day to kind of let everything marinate and see what's going on. But yeah. But yeah, nothing too crazy. But yeah, Pink Life. I told Romanov to remove it because it has a picture of a child. I don't like that shit. I don't like children being involved in anything that is in internet situations. ¿Qué pasó? Ahí está, sí, sí, tienes chocolate. ¿Cuántos chocolates tienes? ¿Te dieron muchos chocolates? ¿Ya te dormí tú, niño? Mm. Hold on. I'm eating, drinking wine, and eating some chips. Or not chips, some pretzels. Next time then when there's an important topic, please don't let those numbskulls on. They should keep their buffoonery to themselves. Yeah, my bad. I apologize. I typically do that, right? I typically put the link after I finish talking about my the topic at hand. But it seemed, ¿eh? Un jugo. Ya vete a dormir, niño. Porque Sloppy made. Oh, yeah. So my bad. My one of my children went to a Halloween thing, so he's telling me all the candy he got, and he gave me some. Ya, vete a dormir. Sí. Buenas noches. Mm. Yeah. So yes, I do. I typically do that, right? I typically put the name, put the stream after I talk about. But I guess the person was very adamant about me wanting me to call out the guy that is talking bad about him. To me, like I said, if it's not involving Preds, if it's petty drama between people because he called you names, I don't give a fuck. But because it seemed like he was very concerned about this individual or these individuals talking smack about him, I'm like, all right, come in. I want to know exactly what's going on because sometimes I'm a very curious person. Let's see, just checking. Well, let me see. Sloppy, he made a video with your stream on. You can, yeah. Well, yeah, I did. He has 2 copyright strikes now, Rezi. He has 2 copyright strikes. Uh, he's not very happy. If he puts another one on, then unfortunately, he's gonna get his channel taken down. I think Sloppy did copyright. Yeah, I did. I have the emails where it says that Miguel Miranda, we have taken those videos down. I'm obsessed with you, Kevin. We know. I also getting married with Arthur. That super doofus has no right ordering you what to call. Yeah, no one orders me to who do I call out, but I do like to engage with people that are expressing themselves, what they feel that I should do, and I will respond back. And if it's something that is valid that involves with me, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, I should call it out. Yeah, I'm calling it out. He called you. He called you this. Oh my God, that is so mean, right? I don't give a fuck, right? I don't care. But because I give everybody an opportunity to come in, right? Anybody that will not, I guess, break TOS, right? if you have a disagreement with me or with anybody that's in the stream, you could I would gladly put the stream on. I will gladly leave the stream, put the StreamYard link on, and you could come in and say your piece, and that's it. Because I don't shy away. I don't hide people's freedom of speech. People dislike me. People like me. People will like me today. People will hate me tomorrow. People will call me this today. People will call me that tomorrow. Like that's why I say the only person that I care about their opinion is Zexio. That's it. His opinion. If he tell me, hey, Sloppy, I don't think that was correct. That was right. You shouldn't have said that. That's fucking that's heinous. I will believe him more than some anybody in the chat. I'm sorry. I don't but to me that's my truth, right? That's my truth. To whoever is in the chat, I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate everybody that comes in and says what's up and all that. But if you guys disagree with me, I'm gonna ask why. Okay, if I feel like you are correct, then I'm like, yeah, you know what, you're right, my bad. But could I join the stream? Yeah, sure. What in a little bit? Well, you know what? How long have I been talking? Give it to the 30-minute mark, and then I'll put the StreamYard link. Don't worry, I got you guys. It should be an open stream. I'm just enjoying my little wine. I'm almost done. I might get a little bit more. So when I get a little bit more, then I put the link on. But hold on, I'm drinking. Just asking, but I do say some crazy stuff. I know you do, Romano. You do say some pretty Nazi-ish stuff. I'll hop in as well. Just finish shaving that for sure. Yeah, but anyways, yeah. Today is an open chat. No, Rezi, for some reason, the weather changing, it always gives me like not like a runny nose, but I always have something in my nose. I try to take it out every time, and then 2 minutes later it comes back. So I'm not sick. It's just for some reason when it starts getting colder, my body starts saying, "Oh shit." Just got my job thing today. I'm gonna get and find a job next week. That's good, man. Yeah. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not worth anything because you do not have a job. If you're finding looking for work and they're not hiring you, then you shouldn't feel bad that you don't have a job. But if you are not looking for work, then yeah, do some work. But I saw that you were gonna fight Arthur Woodson and Brian Napshire. Hold on. All right, you know what? I'm gonna put the StreamYard link right now. I'm gonna get some wine. Give me like 2 minutes. If you're in the backstage and I'm still getting wine, my bad. All right, hold on. Let me get some wine real quick. All right. Get someone. All right, hold on. All right. I won't fight John Davis, but I just deck his sorry ass. Yeah, Pink Lives. I think you might have a chance of winning. I don't know, depending on your cardio. I don't know. You do say you do walk around your town, so maybe. Kevin would kick my ass. Yeah, we know that, Jew Davis. A fake Christian ass motherfucker. That's a funny picture though. So yeah, he got another copyright strike. He got another copyright strike. So one more, and his channel is down. He's not very happy about it. You shouldn't. I do not allow Predator P3DOs or P3O supporters to use my content for anything. If you're not a P3DO, if you're not any of that, then I don't care. But if you are a P3DO, then nah. Who's this?
Hello.
What's up?
I saw that you're a liar, so I decided to join.
Oh, all right. So you're doing some survival skills stuff. What's going on with that?
I've been watching a survival video, so I was like, you know what? Why don't I try doing something? It's kind of difficult, you know?
Yeah.
And then the whole fighting thing, it's like, they always, Arthur, because Brian said apparently him or one of his friends said he was here, but I've been out there for 30 minutes. Still nothing.
Oh my God! You're gonna believe? You're gonna believe Brian Absher is flying to your location? Come on, Mouse Speaker! Don't tell me you believe. It was most likely another person that wants to mess around with you.
But Kevin
Maybe.
says from the USA.
But he's from the U.S. Who? Pink Lives.
Arthur
Yeah,
is the closest one to me because he was in Vegas, so I don't know how it doesn't really take that long unless there's traffic.
Yeah, no, hell no. From Vegas to where you live in Arizona, that's like maybe like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
And Arthur, has to take like six buses just to get to Arizona. Crazy, man.
Unless he has like transportation of his own, or he has to have like his mom to take him or something.
Mm. Yeah. Or train. Yeah, bus a train. Bus a train. Bus a train. You like trains, awesome speaker?
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of train do you like?
My favorite one is the steam ones.
You like do you watch Thomas the Tank Engine?
Nope. I don't watch
What?
that shit.
What do you mean? You don't like Thomas?
I used to, but not anymore. I just
Oh
lost
my God.
interest.
You gotta love Thomas the Train, man, and Edward and Percy and I heard there's someone in a different community that has a strip club made for Thomas the Train. So they have trains in the strip club.
What the hell?
Would you join that server?
I don't know. Maybe.
No, don't say maybe. Say you're supposed to say no, man. Why would you want to see trains in a strip club? Oh my God! All right, who's this?
Oh, it's me.
What's up?
Yeah, I never really watched Thomas Train either. I think that was after my time. Well, maybe like.
At least it's not as bad as Barney. I'll say that.
Childhood was very odd in terms of my television activity. So.
Yeah, these people say, I'm going to kick your ass, and still nothing.
Huh? Oh, I got one. I got one. I've been hearing a lot right now, man. So is the fight gonna happen or not?
Are you asking me or Roar?
Both of you guys.
Well,
both of you guys are supposed to fight someone supposedly.
I could probably answer Roars because, well, Brian can't get into a fucking vehicle, nor plane, nor bus, no train, because he's a broke ass bitch. Arthur Well, we know Arthur ain't gonna do anything. He'll be like, "Roar, I'll kick your ass," and then he'll fucking be like, if you come up to him, he's gonna be. It's like Daniel. Daniel could talk all the shit he wants.
you gotta let Awesome Speaker answer that one. You can answer yours, but let Awesome Speaker answer that one.
Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, see, the guy's been suing me for 2 months, and he says he's gonna kick my ass, and I'm like, okay, I'm giving you 2 months. I mean, you can come anytime after you don't work. You can say, hey, because you have a wealthy family. I know this, because ZTB's. I mean, me and ZTB may not.
Wait,
be
we
best
talking
friends,
shit about
but
ZTV, huh? What the
I'm
fuck?
not talking shit. I'm bringing up, for example,
I'm just kidding, man.
How-
Relax.
He
Roar,
brought
how far is he from you? Because when he
4
be close-
hours.
Okay, because I was gonna say you're in a different state. See, this is the problem with Texas. Texas, if you take a fucking car, like I'm in the center of fucking. Is it starting to storm out there? Son of a bitch, it is. Anyway,
Okay, Leslie.
like Texas to get to fucking like Arlington,
Hmm.
Arlington, or Dallas or somewhere like that. That's gonna take me 4 hours to drive up there.
I just don't get it. It's like
That's just
all you
Texas, mind you. That's not even a different state.
Well, I mean, the big states.
Well, but it's just wild when I hear people say, "Oh yeah, to get from one state to another is going to take me no more than 4 hours." I'm like thinking, "What the fuck?"
I remember going to LA. It took me 6 hours, so I don't get the excuses. I just don't.
Yeah, if it takes a 4 now. But yeah, go ahead, Roar. I could ask questions later.
Like the same thing with like the fight with you and Dragon. It's like with you, it's like it's whatever. But with Dragon, I just don't get why he wants. Chase wants to fight Dragon when he knows that Dragon has very strong skills. So I just don't get it.
And Dragon never challenged fucking. To my knowledge, I could be wrong. He's not here to verify, but I'm pretty confident that I don't recall him ever challenging Ulysses to a fight prior to
Oh my
anything.
god, who is this guy?
Oh my god!
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
So hold on, it's okay.
I just
So now-
got here, and what the hell just going on, man?
I don't know, Dragon.
What the hell happened, man?
All right, so Chayton, I've been mainly Romanov and stuff like that have been sending me shit, and I'm like, fuck, man, why do I have to watch this shit? So I guess you gave out the address of the place, right? You said
Yeah.
November fucking 8th or 9th. I forgot what day. He said he was going to bring one of his friends to record it himself as well.
Two.
And after that, he said 2? Well, 2 friends, I guess to say. And then now it's not happening, or they're happening.
It's the same shit. Like it's the same shit that happened months ago when him and I were supposed to fight last time, and he was like, "Oh well, I got to bring someone to film it." Now all of a
Why
sudden,
didn't you bring anybody?
well, the fight never happened, and now he needs 2 people now, which. Funny enough, I thought about it. And I said I was actually talking to Dragon about this. I said back then, if he brought one person, it was a 1-on-2 advantage because he claims that the other person won't get involved. I call bullshit on that. And now with Dragon in the mix, who he says he could beat both of us up single-handedly, he needs 2 people.
Yeah. Okay. So this plays
3-on-2 advantage.
So I'm trying to figure out, right, because this place this location, is it inside, or is it you guys were gonna do fisticuffs outside of the building, or what is this building
it's a community center for like gyms and all sorts of stuff. But there's a park. I got into conversation with somebody who works there regarding open sparring, because I was also looking up certain aspects of it.
Yeah.
And they allow that, which is hence why I picked the location. I had other locations I could have picked, but that was the one.
I was gonna talk about Because I was thinking about an idea, like if Arthur goes to my location, because there's a bunch of alleys where I'm at, because I live in the ghetto. So
Matthew,
maybe
Matthew, I'm gonna be straightforward with you about this. Arthur does not have the means and ways to ever show up to your place. He is never going to meet you because he doesn't have a car. He's not going to take 5 buses or a Greyhound to go meet you and then get beat up and then go back on the bus smelling like shit next to his person. And he's not going to do that. When I saw your video, I giggled a little bit because I saw you doing like
I kind of
nunchucks
giggle
or something
too.
with the.
No offense, but that's how it is.
But reality is that it's not going to happen. Like, if someone pays him to fly to your place, then I will say yes, that would happen. But
No, I'll still say no.
I'm still saying no too. Actually,
I'm trying to help.
We
give
know
a
what
little
Alfred
bit of
does if
hope.
someone gives him money, he'll give it to somebody else. So it wouldn't really
Yeah,
matter.
that's
So
true. He'll give it to now I don't want to say her name though, but Chayton knows.
yeah. Now,
They'll give it to
now,
Dennis.
Anyways,
If-
okay. Anyways, back to the little conversation. So this is a community place where there's more people than just the people that we're gonna show up to have this I guess sparring session between you guys. Right?
depending on the time, however, the timeline I picked also, traffic is not as much. Also, sudden. Also, it's right in the middle of church, which also is the one thing. But any members of the Lord. But no. In all seriousness,
So there will be people in that area inside the community center or whatever that is, right?
inside and possibly outside, but more so inside. That's why the outside
Yeah.
was going to be a little bit better.
Yeah. So like, even if he brings in 1 or 2 people, right? It won't make a difference because there's gonna be a numerous amount of people inside to if something happens, they're able to, I guess, neutralize the situation, right?
Trust me,
There
in
is
San
security
Antonio,
guards there.
nobody. Literally, there was a person screaming bloody murder near my place earlier. Nobody was doing a damn thing. Around here, we don't really do
Oh
much.
my god, that is some
Probably
coward ass shit
schizophrenics,
right
really.
there.
I'm going
Because if I will hear
No.
someone yelling and screaming help, I will run to that place, even if I feel like my life will be taken. I don't know. That's just me, but so is it happening or not? Because I'm putting a bet on in different servers, and we're doing the underdog, and I'm just kidding.
Oh, like underdog, bottom, whatever my
We're
nickname.
putting
would
bets
be.
on. We're putting a money line on that shit, and
Yeah.
you're messing up my money right now.
If he agrees to the terms that I originally made, which he did before he decided to alter them, all he wanted was the location. I gave him the location, then he changed the whole tune because, like he said, it's not Burger King. He can't have it his way. Well, fat boy, you can't have it your way on my end. You want this, you want this. You're gonna adhere to the demands, which honestly, if I'm being quite frank, is pretty fair. If I'm being honest.
Yeah. So you could bring someone, but he has to come alone. How is that fair?
He wanted both of us.
Yeah, but
Well, he's still
it's not.
kind.
I guess like I would understand if you said 2 now, right? I would understand him bringing 1, but 2, yeah. I'm like, make it like if you want to make it even, just bring 1 person and 1 person. Dragon, from what I hear, he could take care of himself when it comes to fisticuffs due to the fact that he's Eat Man. You know who Eat Man is, right? Dragon.
Yeah, I know who he made.
Yeah, Eat Man. Dragon is Eat Man, so he could take care of himself, right? So if Chase brings another cameraman to kind of just in case it gets edited or whatever, I think that's fair. But like I said, I'm not. You guys are fighting supposedly, but it just I try to see what's fair when it comes to fisticuffs and an agreed upon fisticuffs. It's not. Like when he said something about the streets, I'm like, no, you guys are fighting an agreement type of fight. It's not I'm going to bring weapons down because it's a street fight. No, it's a agreement. We're gonna most likely, I don't know, are you guys putting gloves on or is it bare knuckle?
Bare knuckle.
Oh God, damn! You guys want to get knocked out?
All right,
Either that or break his arm so Dragon doesn't have to take him afterwards.
I don't
Oh
know.
God.
What you say, awesome speaker? You want to talk shit, huh?
Awesome speaker.
I'm just kidding. Oh my
What?
God. I need to stop drinking wine. Fuck. Go ahead.
What did you say, Dragon?
You want to say something about about you fighting Arthur? I don't think it's gonna happen, but if it does happen, it might be interesting to watch. Because Arthur claims that he beat up someone in high school, but something tells me that the person.
How long was that, Dragon? 20 years ago?
Never.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, what's-
Wasn't that Brian Hill mentioned that, Dragon?
If I had to make a bet on who would do it, even though I still think neither of them will do it, I bet it's going to be fucking Arthur, because at least with Arthur, he would have some, and I use the term "some" loosely, some means to get there. Brian has no means to get to wherever. He does, like, as far as we know, he still has not gotten his ID or social security card or any of that shit.
Alabama.
So we can't get
I
that
was
shit. How the
saying,
fuck is he going to get a ride?
I was saying, Dragon, did Brian Hill mention that a while back?
About
I can't remember what we was talking about, what you were saying earlier.
me neither.
Oh my God.
Leave my fellow Jew Perry alone. I didn't know he was Jewish.
Hey, is it true? Kevin,
Damn it! If I break his arm, would that be considered a hate
Go ahead,
crime?
Dragon. Oh, wait, hold on. Dragon, what'd you say?
is it true that Kevin and Arthur, Kevin and Chain are the same person?
Why?
When it comes to what?
Oh my God! Why am I morphing with everybody else?
Well, is it true?
It seems like it. Well, I understand what you're trying to say, Dragon.
I don't. Yeah.
What the
He's
hell?
comparing you and Kevin, you and Arthur, and him and Chase.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
guys
I
are
would
fighting
say,
each other for years and 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 more years.
you know what the sad thing about that one though is the sad difference between the two. I'm not going to disagree with you on that, actually, Dragon. But do you know what the sad difference is?
Yo,
With Arthur and Kevin, there is oceans between each other to where fighting would be almost impossible. And
No.
Kevin would have to go to him, Arthur would have to go to him, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty
These
confident
are
it's very
closest to me.
expensive to get to one or the other.
I would
None
pay
of
for
us can
Kevin's
actually afford
flight.
it. No offense.
I would pay for Kevin's flight if Arthur would agree to fight him.
I don't know
Well,
why.
It's
right
not
now.
just
The closest
listen.
one.
Can I? Sloppy, it's not
now
just
that
paying for the-
everybody's fighting everybody, fuck it.
okay, and those next, Sloppy, he's gonna fight John Davis.
Who, me?
Yes.
I'll whoop his ass.
No, you're not gonna whoop his ass. You're gonna
You go
finish
to
him.
Texas, man.
No, I
I
gotta
was
say.
trying to say though, the Dragon's argument or his stance, which again I do agree with in some sense, but the one difference, the sad difference really, is that Arthur and Kevin can't realistically fight each other in one way, shape, or form. Like verbally, yes, they could go on until the end of time. That is true. With me and Ulysses, what's more pathetic is that it's been going on for 5 years or 4.5 or whatever the fuck. I lose track of the fucking timeline with things sometimes.
Mhm.
But even when he wasn't in the same city as me, he was within, I think 45 minutes away.
It's not that
Um,
far.
So it wasn't, and he comes down here quite often for fucking wrestling shows or whatever the fuck else. So it's not like he doesn't frequent here a lot. But now, especially now, since according to him, which again, his word to me is completely bullshit because I can't take anything he says seriously. Oh, they're just there to film. Yeah, right. But the point of that is that if he is in the same city as I am, as much as I would like to say that San Antonio is a big ass city, and it is, it really does at times feel like a small world because there are people that I may like that, you know, I wouldn't think I'd ever run into again because maybe we're on different sides of the city. But lo and behold, just randomly we run into each other downtown or run into each other at a mall or whatever. It's just the most random ass shit.
No. But the only difference is that because you overheard him saying he's gonna stab you, right? You then after said that if he ever steps foot in your area, that there will be a bullet on his body. I'm not gonna say where, but on
Oh
his
yeah,
body.
yeah.
So
Different,
so
different.
so go. So if the mindset is that, oh well, I can't go fight him because
Mate.
if I go, he's not gonna fight me. He's gonna shoot me. Even me, or even anybody else is gonna be like, nah, well, I can't go over there because if I go there and he does say what he does because he's upset or he's angry or he's something's going on and he does that, then I lose my life just because I want to fight him. So
The difference between a random area or a area of our choosing, because I have also offered him in the past to come over here, but he's never done it. Dragon, you remember that time where he's like, Jayden, you know what? Or if you want, I can come to your apartment right now.
Yeah, that became one of the best memes ever.
That was like 3 years ago. Before anything of that nature came out. So he had plenty of time before I even made that claim this year to do anything, but he never did.
Yeah. I don't know what happened 3 years ago. I'm talking about the now.
No. I'm just using that like since that's a fair argument. But I'm also counting the times where he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll beat you up," and he's like, "If you want, come to your apartment." Never said that back then. I'll be honest. Now I will say this though: when it comes to my home, that is my sanctuary. That is my king, or I guess I could sound like a cringe here. It's my kingdom, if you will. You know, it is my area where, and all that. I don't let anybody come and try to tarnish that. Therefore, and especially nowadays, because I'm at this point, it's at the point with me and him now where it's like, especially with the amount of times he has threatened to kill me multiple times, it's become more. I've retorted to that as well. I'm not going to sit here and play victim on that matter, but at this point, if it comes to my home, I'm going to do what anybody would do to come, like, because he's usually been the one to say, "Oh, I'll come to your place."
Well, of course, that's what. But I'm saying that you're like, oh, you won't come to like now. Then the now.
Oh
We're
yeah,
not talking about the years ago.
I'd meet him. There's a field. Dragon knows this. There's a field right behind my unit. Literally right behind my unit. Empty field. Plain as day. If he wanted to really do that, that's where we could meet. And there would be no things. Just if he stepped foot on the property of, and what I mean by property is my door, right by my doorstep. That's a different story. But if he was like, "Hey, I'm outside he's live stream or somewhere," or someone shares it to me that he's outside in the field, that's a different story because that's near it, but that's technically not on it, if you will.
Dragon, do you share the stuff? Are you the one that shares it?
Share what?
Tell me right now. I'm just kidding. because it's crazy, right? Every time someone's arguing with someone or someone streams and they mention the name of someone, anybody comes in. Oh, someone told me that you were talking about me. I always to me, the only person that I think that does that is Adam. I'll be fair with you guys. I think Adam is the only person that's the one that sends everybody like, oh, he said this about you, or he said this about you.
I will say this regarding like the recent stuff with Ulysses. When I found out when he was trying to alter the deal, I found that out through Romanov because she shared it on her
Fucking
community tab.
Romanov. I'm telling you, Romanov is everywhere. You need to fucking touch some fucking grass, Romanov. I'm just kidding. You're good.
Yeah, so I like Romanov was the one that shared. Didn't like tag me in it because I no one can tag me anymore. But like Romanov shared it and I saw it on the in like my feed. So I was like, okay, it's like
So I've been hearing that. To me, it's odd. To me, it's kind of fucked up. I don't stand with this shit. Is I saw, I think, your community post or something like that, saying that you're gonna show people's Facebooks, I guess, right?
oh yeah.
And it's people that are not even involved, that have children in their households, that have
That's kind of
underage
scary.
kids in their households, and you're gonna share their stuff. To me, I don't stand with that. Like if you
I
were
don't either.
sharing information about John or Chase or stuff like that, to me, I'm like it's cool. Like it's between you and him.
Whatever.
The moment that there's a child, even if it's you're showcasing the mother, knowing that there's a child in that household, to me, I don't stand with that shit. I don't stand
I
with
don't think
nobody.
anyone would, to be honest with you, Sloppy.
No, I don't stand with nothing like that. That you can showcase Chase's information all you want, but when it involves someone that's innocent and has children in that household, and even if you say, "Oh, well, it's not me, it's my friends," you knowing that your friends are doing that, or people that you know, people that don't go on the internet, to me, I'm not down with that shit.
Oh no, I know. As far as the kids thing, that part will not be. But I get what you mean regarding the type of stuff regarding that.
Yeah,
If
like if you
someone's,
the
can I
shit between you and Chase. Oh, go ahead, Pink. My bad.
no, I was gonna say, if someone's sending you that and it's involving kids, that you should really tell them off or just block them. And it's just that, no offense, but I don't like kids being involved in the shit. That's
Like
innocent.
it with Chase, to what, like, to me, that's you guys' shit. But when you guys are bringing up like the kid, the nephew, there's someone in this chat that put the picture of him and his nephew. That shit is fucked up to me. To anybody else, they might think it's, oh, I hate this guy, so fuck him. We don't give a fuck. But to me, putting kids in images, putting kids in danger because you're showcasing their mothers or fathers information. To me, I don't fuck with that shit.
Oh no, I get that.
I don't know if other people do, but to me, I don't fuck with that shit. I don't. If you were going to showcase uh, people's information that has children, then no, we don't fuck with that shit.
Oh yeah, regarding the kids, that's no bueno for me at least.
Like, someone tried to use one of my, let's say, like, stepsister or something, someone not really related to me, but by, like, a
Goddamn,
cousin or say, they have kids and they use the images of that and made a troll account. You've seen that, haven't you, Sloppy?
yeah. No, I've seen a lot. That's why I say, like, there's. I don't know why people like like me. If I'm gonna use someone's image, I'm gonna use the person's image. Like I don't. I try. I'm not. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I try not to use any other person besides the person I'm attacking, images or information. But I have made mistakes. Like, I have done some shit that I shouldn't have had, but I regress. But like from what I hear, you were gonna showcase, people's Facebooks, and like to me, if it was Chase's Facebook, I don't care. But if it's someone that has a child and people dislike Chase, and there's fucked up people that you might not even know, Chase, that watches your shit. There's gonna be people that hate Chase more than you dislike Chase, that will use that information for more heinous things because they dislike Chase even more than you do, and they're going to use that information for I guess more malicious. intent. And to me, I don't fuck with that shit. To me that it is very tough for me to say I don't care about that because I
I
do.
would advise, if you're using Facebook, you change your settings on there for privacy only, just because it protects the kids and the family inside the Facebook and photos and
I
everything
wouldn't
else.
like. I wouldn't. The only images, information that I typically give is when it involves predators or people that are heinous people. But if I don't, I try. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I have fucked up, and I do not. I try not to showcase information that is going to damage or harm, potentially harm, the children that are in that household. All right, there you go. My bad. Like, you guys could talk now. Shit.
Yeah, regarding all that, like I said, like for the last however long, 4.5, whatever the fuck the length of time, he has done everything in his power to make things personal. I've made it personal too. I'm not going to sit here and deny it, but basically, like how I look at it now, like I don't like regarding him. I don't care what kids, yes, because they're not involved in that by that. What's the word I'm looking for? By that, by our situation, I guess you would say. However, has made a history of trying to find certain things about me and do what else, blah blah blah. At this point, like I'm done playing nice. I'm done playing by the rules when it comes to him. He had the opportunity to deal with this the right way, but he has to try to make things his way. Therefore, just gotta, in my mind, make an example out of him. And I'm already prepared for any heat that I may get because, well, it's just the way it works around here.
Yeah, well, but okay. So if someone found the people that take care of your child and they start showcasing their information, how would you feel?
Good counter argument. That would be very difficult, but I'm sure in some cases that would be someone could find it if they did work hard enough. I'll allow that in that sense.
But you will feel unsafe, right? You will
Do
feel
I
like,
think
oh my
any of
god,
these
like someone
people?
knows where my daughter's at. If there's crazy people, there's crazy people online, right? There's gonna be like, oh, what happens if they go to that household and do some heinous shit? The internet world, there is a lot of pieces of shit. You know that, Chayton. Now, I'm not saying you personally, but I'm saying like in the internet world, someone dislikes you so much, or not you, but like dislikes the person so much that they will go out of their way to do something heinous to hurt that other person. And that's why I say like when it's a personal thing, like if it's you and Chase fighting each other, that's it. It's you and him personally. But when they start bringing the sister, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, the sister, the cousin, the aunt, the grandma, to me is like it's unnecessary. Unless they're preds and you want to contact them to let them know. But if it's something that is personal between two people online, to me, if like, that's why I never said shit about you and when you would talk shit about Chase or him talking shit about you because it's personal. It's between you guys. The moment that you start bringing people outside that are not even involved, to me, that's unnecessary, and both parties could get hurt in that way. That's what I'm trying to say. But
Oh yeah, I get that. Like I feel that's also the reason, since we're playing games regarding this matter, that's why like he has the opportunity to reconsider and accept the terms that were originally made. Then we could go with the plan. Like that way, while yes, I am making a choice to giving him an ultimatum, I am also basically letting him choose what outcome that's going to happen. Because if it's going to be a physical warfare, then which is what at this point I feel like is due, then that's where it should be. If he wants to try to find any way to make it to his advantage, fine. I will make it a psychological warfare. And between him and I, especially after how he was last night, or not last night, but the night before, that is a psychological warfare that I am going to win. And
to me, that's fair, right? To me, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like you guys psychologically attacking each other with words or whatever. To me, that's fair. You know, if whoever has the better words or better psychologically, mentally more prepared, then whatever. But the moment that I realized that they're bringing it out to outsources, to me that's like, I don't know. I'm not down with that. I'm cool because it's personal, you and him, or Kevin and Arthur, or Roar and Arthur, or Roar and Brian Abcher. That's cool because it's between one and one. When they start, oh well, I have this about you. I have this, I'm gonna say the name just for clarification. Sebastian. You mentioning that name to me is like, why even mention that? Like that's a child. Like don't do that. Like mention Chase, and I don't think me personally, I haven't heard him mention your child in a while. So in my mind,
not in a while. Yes, you're correct on that.
So to me, it's like you guys are attacking each other. Or maybe no, I'm gonna be fair, right? You weren't mentioning him at all.
Yes,
You were zero. You were mentioning it at all, but because and this I forgot his name, Revolution came in and asked a question. Yeah, Poseidon, whatever. He changes his name quite often, so I don't know.
Yeah.
That guy, he came and asked you a question. I'm sure he felt like, oh shit, they're attacking me, and unfortunately, maybe he just saw parts of it. And didn't maybe hopefully watched the rest of the stream and understood that you were trying your hardest not to mention him. Hold on, wait up. Oh, there you go.
Sorry about that.
You were trying your darnest to not mention him, and Revolution kind of put you on the spot where he shouldn't have, but because he wanted to kind of prove a point, he had to ask you a question about it, and Chase took it the wrong way and thought that you were talking shit about him.
I'm not trying to cut you off, and that's the thing. I even said, I think even after the question, like I'm only answering a question. To me, it wasn't even anything fucking like, okay, for example, when I made the comments after the fact about the whole crystal thing, right? If he asked that, I probably would have been like, that's a little, like, I've said that. Yes, I'm not going to, and I still stand by it. Like, just because me and him are peace, or we're at least not talking shit at each other, doesn't mean my opinions of him still stand, nor I'm sure his opinions of me still stand. That's fine, whatever. But, like, if it was something like that, I would have been like, that, because that could definitely be interpreted like but something as, in it, like, even if, like, because I believe, like I was there, I was there and I heard it out from my own ears what he brought up. And I have also seen in messages and in conversations, even with someone like, I'll say his name for clarity, Mason, that he does talk shit about these people. So I'm not the only one that stated this in terms of that. So I thought, okay, that's pretty harmless. I don't think even if he wants to try to defend it, him going ape shit over it. And I warned him, because I've told a few people back when this whole peace agreement happened. I told him, or not him, but I told a few other people when I was telling people just to let the Chase stuff die. I said, if he decides to find an excuse to break it up again, not only is there's not going to be another peace agreement made, but he's going to wish that he did not break that agreement. So I was already prepared because, again, like with before, this whole he cannot keep his word. So I thought, okay, fine. I know. Trust me. I hear he was talking shit about other people, but I openly just told people, hey, I don't agree with it, but that's y'all's issues. I'm not involved.
But behind the scenes, everybody talks shit about everybody. You know that, Jade.
Yeah.
I think the moment that they start saying it on a stream like constantly, I think that's the case to be like, you know what, this motherfucker is always talking shit about me. I'm gonna confront him, and that's why because I know Chase doesn't allow DH or Revolution to join his streams. I'm like,
Or
okay,
even
well,
me now. So
or you, yeah. That's why I let you guys come in here to express yourselves, right? I don't shy away. Go ahead.
And the thing that him was that he was like ordering you, be like, oh, pull back. Say, I'm like thinking, dude, the only reason why I'm even talking shit now is because you got so fucking defensive towards me when all I did was answer a question. Yes, could I have just said I'm not going to answer that? Yes, I had the perfect thing. Yeah. But personally, I don't think I was talking shit, which I wasn't. And what I said, if that is the reason why the peace agreement was broken, that is the dumbest fucking reasoning. That the peace agreement was broken. I think before he left, he tried to bring up, that we talk shit about him all the time on the Outcast. I'm like, first off, the Outcast is not even on right now. It's all on basically it's not back till May. Second, after I think chapter 5, which was more so about the BHC, we went in a completely different direction with the show. So, basically from chapter 6 to 13, we were a lot more tame and a lot more... We still had shenanigans on there, but nothing crazy. It wasn't like, every week was con. That's why, basically, I made Late Night with the Devil as the new version, if need be.
But to be fair, he messaged me behind the scenes on Discord saying, I'll join. But and I was like, okay, who do you want to talk to? And he said, you, like me. And I'm like, okay. Then that's why I said I was going to put you guys backstage.
And then he said,
none of you motherfuckers put yourself on mute. I should have put you guys backstage. But none of you guys fucking follow the damn rules. But because he wanted to talk to me about, I guess, the accusations. But because I wanted to be nice, I'm like, okay, put yourself in mute, and then now, let him talk. But I was like, I'm not the one accusing you of anything. You don't need to talk to me. I didn't accuse you of anything. These other people accused you. I don't have no questions. I still think that you're doing okay, that you've been quiet. I haven't seen you talk about anybody. I don't care. This is your guys' shit. If someone's accusing you of stuff, those are the people that you have to talk to. Me, I'm just an innocent bystander when it comes to this because I'm just hearing from this. I don't know if it's true or not. I can't say, Chase is a bad person because this person said it. No, because I listen to everybody. And if I'm not going to be like, because I had this a Revolution guy come in and said all these things, doesn't mean I'm believing what he's saying. I'm just listening to what he's saying because that's what I do. You listen, and then you listen to the other person, and then you kind of compare what the conversations are, and then you do your decision. But apparently, I was being a bad person, I guess. I don't know. To me,
I didn't get that whole thing from him because it's like shit. Since I've known you, if I come in here and I talk shit, if someone wants to come in, you have no issues bringing that person in, or vice versa. If someone's talking shit about me, if I want to come in, you have no problem letting me in to handle my business on there too, if that is the case.
Well,
So
that's
it's
what
just like, and like I've always like, that's why I even said with the thing I'm going to be doing ZTV this coming Thursday. I've told everybody in my circle and all that to check it out, but I've also told people I'm going to put the link. It's solely for ZTV for probably the first hour, and then anybody else can come in. I would like Bio to come in, but I know he won't. But
Right. Yeah.
regarding that is I try like that's going to be, and we have questions. I know ZTV said he has some questions for me. I have plenty of questions for him. You know, we'll just go back and forth for about an hour. I'll let the link in, and then people come in. But I'm still going to be like, hey, if someone wants a one-on-one with somebody, then here we go. There, you like, if you want to come in, you can pop in and have your one-on-one. Just follow the rules, which again are pretty simple. It's like with the whole Ulysses thing back on the last stream he was on of mine, which again wasn't even about him, which is hilarious. I think it was a stream about Will. I let him in. Dad or Arthur, yeah. I let him in, and he started cutting everybody off, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna mute you. Then he got pissed off that he was getting muted. I'm like thinking, dude, quit interrupting people. Why do you think I interrupt you all the damn time? Because first off, I don't respect you. Two, you clearly have no respect for anybody. You will overtalk every single person especially if whether or not they're speaking truth about you or not. So,
but I think, but the thing is that a lot of the times, 2 days ago, the streamer was about John Davis, right?
yeah.
And then we changed the topic to Chase, right?
Yeah.
So we can't say that just one person does that.
Oh yeah, a lot of people do that. And my point was regarding that was that I was more so focusing on the fact that because he got mad because he couldn't talk, right? But there's been multiple times in recent memory where he's interrupted people, even on my thing. I mute him to let the other person have their say because I feel like that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying to have a discussion, even if it's a heated discussion, you should have it should be where you have your time limit to say your piece and then allow the next person to retort. And then after that, it keeps going.
Well, I think it's very tough to do that when there's already frustration and anger. I seen you in some of the streams where DH was, I guess confronting you about certain things that, you're like, no, fuck you. You don't tell me I'm gonna mute you because this is this and that. Blah blah blah. He's trying to tell you something, and you mute him or you kick him or this and that. So it happens.
I have evolved in 4 years, haven't I?
Huh?
I have evolved in 4 years, haven't I?
For sure. But I'm saying that it happens.
No, it has happened in the past. No, I like, and that was also when people were asking me why were old videos of Chase shown or blah blah blah. It was mainly to show that we talk about evolution or progression with people, right? Granted, I'm not I regress sometimes myself. I'm not going to sit here and deny it.
Yeah.
The point of those videos and even recent events. What's up?
I think Dragon was going to say something.
Dragon?
No, I was just saying, yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
The point of those old videos when he had those anger tantrums 4 years ago too was to showcase within 4 years that he has not really changed in terms of keeping his mentality in check. Have I had moments of weakness have I had moments of weakness when my anger slipped? Yeah, sure. I think the last time I let that slip was between me and Kevin a few years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. So my point is regarding that is that yeah, I've had that's the last time I can recall where I've actually gotten verbally angry. Like I'm talking like, because other times I'm pretty.
I don't even ever see
I
mad
could-
at anybody.
I can, even when people are at the breaking point of me possibly losing or getting to that point again, I take a step back, even if it's just mentally. Maybe go count to 3 or whatever, breathe, and then continue.
My
I think last
frustration,
time I
like,
lost it was
like
in
my
Alpha's
frustration
panel
when
a couple of years back.
oh, go ahead, Pink. What'd you say, Pink?
No, I was saying last time I lost my cool, I think it was Alpha's panel, and with Jen
Yeah.
and everybody
I'm
else.
sure.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah,
because
my-
it was bringing up my family and
Yeah.
shit constantly.
No. My frustration with all of you guys, I'm not just saying you, Chain, is like most of you guys. Not Dragon doesn't really get involved in this shit. Awesome Speaker doesn't really, from what I've seen yet.
Well,
Pink
Dragon
doesn't much.
observes things. See, that's mainly what he does.
Dragon's like I'm saying, he's
Yeah,
eat
they're
man.
the hell, man.
Mostly just
Dragon
working.
is eat man. Yeah, eat
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I'll speak my mind about certain things, like if I don't agree with it, but
Yeah, my
I'm just
thing
trying
is
to
like
learn.
I enjoy watching you guys talking shit to each other, like to each other. The moment that you guys start bringing up the kids, like if someone brings up your kid, Chain, I don't agree with it. I've told you many times behind the
Yeah.
scenes. The
Like,
same
you know
thing.
what? I could throw down, like, here's my thing with Ulysses. I could throw down a what do you call it? A challenge on that sense. I can't not bring up anything personal outside of him.
yeah.
Even past stuff. I could just focus on this year.
No, like to me, like if it's involved him, like if you bring like because the whole bringing up the whole him and the lady friend that he had before stuff, to me that was because it was him. But when you bring up this kid, the child, to me it's like the child doesn't have nothing involved in this. Your child doesn't have nothing involved in this. That's why when people bring up those type of things, I'm like, I don't agree with that shit. I don't know why people fucking bring that shit. Like attack the person. Like when Pink was talking about your child and shit like that. Yeah, I told you I don't agree with that. That shit is fucked up. That shouldn't be happening because if he doesn't like you, then he should attack you and just you. Not bring up an innocent person that doesn't involve any of this situation. All right, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Here's my thing as well. And I told him this last night. I wouldn't be bringing up or not last night, but the night before. Like the days have been fucking weird. So because technically, when this argument happened, it was yesterday, but it was early in the morning. My point is though, is that he, like, I wouldn't be bringing the crystal stuff up. I wouldn't be bringing up certain aspects of his past, which he tries to say it's been longer than the amount of time between the daughter thing, right? Not really. It was like a year or two prior, so it's like not far off from one another. If it was
What are
10
these
years
weird
prior, that's one thing. So that's why I don't focus too much on the mugshot thing, because that is a long time ago. I'll make jokes about it here and there, but as far as like making it a focal point, I don't, because it is not. I'll just use the mugshot for lulz. But the point is, I told him the only reason why I bring all that stuff up is because he's harping on that. If he even brought the stuff up from earlier this year, that's fine. Because again, it's been proven all the stuff that he was trying to do blew up in his face. My point is that if he could do it, keep it in that level, because if it was the daughter stuff, if the daughter stuff happened yesterday, fair, fine, but that was we are what, almost a little over 4.5, or not over, but almost 4.5 years ago now with that stuff. So because he said something when I talk about this been go on for 5 years. It will be, I think, 5 years near the end of the year that I met him on here. But my point is regarding all this is that none of that would be brought up if he doesn't do that. Now, people could say, "Oh, well, I can don't stoop to his level." unfortunately, I know that triggers him still to this day because, like, every time I bring that up, it bothers him. The daughter thing, well, maybe a while back it would, but I usually, with someone like him, he doesn't have kids. With his face, he will probably never have kids unless he goes to a sperm bank. So he doesn't have any kind of idea of anything in that regard. So of all people, there were people who were talking shit who I felt like had every right to because they're parents themselves, all this other stuff. Like Slavi, if you were around back then and you talk shit, if I knew about like you're a father and all that, I would get that. I would like. There were people.
But no, I would ask questions.
Yeah.
I'm not. I wouldn't just harp on be like, oh, you gave away your kid? No, like me, I'm like, why? There's reasons because we all have life experiences. We all have things that happen between our lives that we don't broadcast it in on the internet. Like I'm sure I have a lot of stuff that I have. I know as a child to now that I won't. Like if I would bring it up on the internet world, people will judge me. But because I don't, people think I'm this type of person. Like I've been my teenage years and my 20 years. I was a different person than I am now, and
Yeah, same.
that's why I say that everybody grows up and people make mistakes when they're younger. As long as they build and grow from those situations,
Yeah.
to me, that's what it is. That's why I told you a long time ago, Chain. That shit happens. I understand things happen when you're young. I've seen it. I've been around people that shit happens. It's a very very traumatizing thing to be involved in, and I understand you, and I understand why you did it, and this and that. But if you're a changed person and you're not doing anything like that, then that's fine. And I told you that many times, and even with everybody else. That's why when they bring up Chase or Pink or anybody saying, "Oh, he did," are you gonna be friends with this guy that said this thing 8 years ago? I'm like, that's 8 years ago. Like, has he been doing it recently? If he hasn't done it recently, then in my mind, it's a clean slate. But if
Unless
he
it's,
did it again, go ahead.
unless it's like pedophilia.
Yeah. If it's
Yeah.
pedophilia, then yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, because
But if
I
it's
always say that type of stuff. That's a like a lifetime of fucking not like
it's a
constantly
reptilian,
talking shit,
baby.
but like that's like a lifetime of fucking that no second chance is given. That's like I've even
yeah.
told people, even going back to the Junko thing. I don't care if he gets all
Yeah.
the help in the world and he fully recovers. I'm still not allowing that motherfucker anywhere near me, virtually or physically.
Yep.
And that
I
goes now for
agree
Arthur
and I
too.
disagree as
I'll
well.
bring him up real quick.
Go ahead.
You know, the fact
I would
that Arthur's
agree,
nice
but I
and-
also disagree as well.
Wait,
I
Rory,
want to say something real quick.
Roar, what did you say, Roar?
What pisses me off, we're not real friends to Arthur, but it's like at the end of the day, why, if we weren't real friends, why the fuck did he lie saying, oh, I never talked to Junko? But then people are saying that he did, so it's like, wow.
Because Arthur is a liar, awesome
Hey, no,
speaker.
no. I say when Arthur lies, he's not good at it.
He's not.
Dragon, I thought you said when Arthur lies, he gets uglier.
Well, have you seen him
No.
lately?
That was not me that said that. But what I said is that
You're a
the
hero.
the more Arthur lies, the more ridiculous it sounds, and the more contradicting it sounds as well.
Like I said. Yeah, but
Just like
strange
when
version of Pinocchio.
Jacob lies, it sounds more ridiculous than Charles Manson's lies.
Oh my god.
yeah,
I
that's
wanna
why.
go
That's why.
that
Like
far, man.
whoever comes in, and if I feel like there's something that I did not like what they said, I'm gonna call it out, and then I move on because it's petty.
would-
Like to me, I focus on Preds, but if I see something that is unjust, and if you come into my chat or my stream, I'm gonna call it out. If you never come, if you never come into my stream or you don't come to my chat and you're doing your own thing and you're saying whatever you want to say, I don't say nothing. If it doesn't involve children, I don't care. But if you come to my chat and you're in my streams I'm gonna call if I feel like it's something that I do not like. I'm gonna tell you because I'm gonna be a hypocrite if I do not tell you. Same thing with
That's
anybody.
fair. That's
If
fair.
Chase comes in or anybody,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the only people right now that I see that are having issues. But like Dragon he keeps to himself. He goes to work, and the awesome speaker is fucking doing nunchucks with chains in his backyard, and Pink Live is playing video games, Dynasty and shit. Like you're doing your own thing, but when it comes to something that I dislike, and you come into my chat, I'm gonna let you know, and don't take it personal. Well, it depends on what it is, but I express myself if I dislike something, and then I move on.
Yeah, yes, Cheyenne.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's like why I said to somebody regarding that. I said that I'm not like regarding the whole situation. Like if it gets any blowback from my end, I've written out worse, so I'm not like this ain't nothing that I'm not used to, if you will. And I'm just like I said, the whole moral of the story is, and I've stated this earlier. No matter what, Dragon and me are going to have a good time when he comes down here, and we're
Yeah.
gonna do a nice little stream on the 9th, regardless of whatever happens. At this point, if the rules are not met as they were originally supposed to be, the fight is off, and that's not me.
So what are the rules?
Well, basically, what I told him, even going back to that stream prior, since he wanted to fight both of us, my only thing was to come alone, no weapons, and that was it. The only basically the only other thing is if the other person cannot stand up. For example, if Ulysses can't stand up, he doesn't have to be knocked out, or if his arms broke, like anything in that regard. Then either depending on how incapacitated he is, then he moves on to Dragon. But like I told, Dragon and I have discussed, the point would be to break his arm so that way Dragon doesn't have to do anything.
So
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, Pink.
So I think Sloppy just mentioned about weapons, right? How would you know if there's weapons in the pockets? How would you get someone to search your body like a referee would do?
Touch his wiener.
That is a fair point. That's why
People can sneak in weapons.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll happen, but
well,
because if it was live streamed, and he brought and there was a whole rule that both parties agreed no weapons, and he decided to bring a weapon, like that would even hurt his image even more, because it would basically show that he could not, he talks about choking me out with his bare hands or pummling my face in with his bare hands. But if he has to bring a weapon and it's seen live and in living color, like basically at that point, it just shows that he can't, that he really is a pussy ass bitch, which I do believe he is. But
I wouldn't bring a gun because that's going to cause.
Who's going to search? Who's going to? So let's just say, for instance, you got somebody to search Chase, right? Say your girl. Or I
wouldn't have my girl do that. Fuck. But I would like, because he probably get Woody, because he has the name for exes. Anyway, he would or even current girlfriends, at that matter, if we're being honest. But if we're being fair here, if I had an official that would, like, if someone to officiate it, basically a third party, they would have to search both parties to do that.
So this is a. Do they allow that at that place? I don't.
Yes.
Do they allow bare knuckle?
Yes, I did. Basically, it goes within the mutual combat law here in Texas.
Oh, okay. So you will need an extra person, right? Because if there's, let's say, Dragon is the one in the inside officiating, just in case it doesn't turn into, chaos in there. Wouldn't you need another person to, I guess, because you guys saying you're going to record it? Wouldn't you need someone else? And I wouldn't want your fiance to be there.
No, I would.
So-
Yeah, my
So
my
wouldn't
whole
they-
thing-
wouldn't
Maybe
it
like
be,
a tripod or something.
wouldn't it be
Oh
fair
yeah,
to,
I could bring. I actually got a tripod. That would be. I actually do
Well,
have
not the tripod.
not that type of tripod.
Oh.
Although
Well,
he
so-
did-
Hey.
because Dragon, based
not
on the
laughing.
information you have given, he is more than capable to neutralize anything that goes very, very bad, right?
Dragon, do you think you can hand if it's a 3-on-2? Do you think you can handle 2 people at once?
No. I'm saying like
Oh.
1-on-1,
So he's
and
like
then
the
the
Oh,
referee
yeah.
in the middle. I'm guessing Dragon, based on what you guys claim his expertise in the martial arts is, he will be able to neutralize you or Chase, because like you said, you say that you have, you might be able to win this fisticuffs. So if you get overzealous and attacks him more than you should, is Dragon capable of neutralizing you from, I guess, doing more damage than it should be, or
Yeah.
or Chase, vice versa?
I can see that happening.
If I tell you I was good, you would think I'm boasting. But if I tell you I
No,
wasn't,
no, Dragon, you're
But I'm not
in
done.
my eyes,
But I'm not
you're
done.
Ip-Man.
let me say again. If
Go
I
ahead.
tell you I was good, you may think I was boasting. But if I tell you I was not good, you think I'll be lying.
So that means that you're capable. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and that's why I say. So who's your fourth person, Chayton? The one that's gonna be recording.
there would, or you talk about 4th person.
Well, yeah, Dragon can't be recording and refereeing, right?
Oh no, I get what you mean. Well, that my woman was going to be the one recording.
No. Well, okay. Well, me personally, if you claim that Chase is a woman abuser, I wouldn't feel safe having your fiance in any area involving that situation. So you would have to bring someone else, or he would have to bring someone else, and that's why there has to be a compromise when it comes to this situation. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, basically, like I'll put it to you this way: he ain't getting anywhere near her. That will be made sure of one way or another. So that I'm not worried about. I've even regarding the distance of where to film, that would be good to get everything, but be within far distance of everything.
Yeah.
That is, and like in regarding her, she was. Like she even offered, and she knows about what happened the other night. So this is not something that she's like, "Oh, let me go," and I didn't know what was said. No, she knows about it.
Yeah.
So-
Well, me personally, I wouldn't. But if she's your last resort, that you have to bring her because
The other reason why I'm bringing her is also because, like, he's not like, and this is the reason why I thought, okay, that should be fair enough for him to agree to terms to come alone, because he's not going to have to worry. Like, she's not like, I'm not saying she's threatening, but I'm saying, but she is not going to be a problem to worry about on his end. So
and I don't think he will.
Yeah.
You're like, to me, like, I saw your stream saying that people were defending that and stuff like that. We weren't defending.
I was more so
action.
referring to like Will in the comments.
No, well, but even Will was
Yeah.
saying like, you know, if he's fearing, like, if his life is in danger, then yes. But if he just goes up to her and be like, bitch, like, no, I understand that is, he should be in jail for that shit.
Fair. But the question would be asked is, did he hear that before he said anything?
Yeah, I don't know,
Because he
I
wasn't.
don't
He
know.
was. That was around the time he disappeared from the chat, I believe. So
Maybe,
so the idea is, like, again, he couldn't. Again, even if he told me he did hear that, I don't believe him because his word is pretty much dead at this point for me. But like I said, anybody else, like with the Will thing, I'm like, I just, because again, you're saying that you that happened, and you're right. But I don't believe, like, how do we know he actually heard that to where he said that? So that brings up a can of worms and questions that probably will never be answered. But therefore, I'm going to stick with what I plus the fact, and again, I stand by this, and this has been confirmed because he admitted himself being a little aggressive. He has a history of self-admitting putting his hands on women in one way or the other. So that doesn't,
somebody else did that.
and also, like, so yeah, that's something that doesn't really surprise me in that regard. Now, going back to that, it would be Dragon. Dragon could officiate if that was like a thing right there. And
well, I'm only saying because based on your guys' animosity and anger, if one has the other person on the ground and it's looking like it's not a good situation to be in, and
it's going to lead into a live murder on air.
yeah, multiple punches that are unjustified because the person is already knocked out. I think a person that is knowledgeable of, you know, how to neutralize an individual in that case should be there. You know,
And from my own experience with Dragon can be that person if he needs to be. From my own personal experience, I'm not trying to boast him or say he's not. I'm just
dick already.
What the fuck?
Problem
But like to me, that, like, as I've stated, that is the best case scenario, and like the live stream would happen regardless. It's just not going to happen on his channel because, well, I made the challenge, therefore I take all the glory in that regard. Even if I get my ass kicked, still will get that whole thing. I didn't even want to film it to begin with because I was like, okay, my issues with you have gone far beyond YouTube. So I'm going to deal with you myself. This is back many months ago. And he was the one's like, oh, well, let me bring somebody to film it. Because again, this is how I know it's an ambush. Because back when me and him were doing this, it was one person he wanted to bring. Okay. That's a 2-on-1 disadvantage. Now he could bring another person, and okay, that's a fair fucking fight. Even if the other guy jumps in, that's still a fair fight because that's two people, 2-on-2. But a third person, and maybe even a fourth, because he originally said one is going to live stream it and one is going to film it, I guess, in case there's any technical issues, which to me is understandable, at least in that sense. Still, I don't even think that makes any sense. Like, again, my internet's pretty damn good, so my internet, I don't think I'll have any connections issues in that area myself. He just may need to get a better provider. But now I heard that he was saying that he is also going to stream it live on Facebook. So how is he going to have one person stream, one person and another person stream or record? Well, he's going to have a third person probably film it on Facebook.
God damn.
3 people.
So I'm like thinking
doing the work.
he literally wants it his way, and he wonders why he will keep getting fucked with. because he's not getting it. If he really wants saying like hell, like the only other option he would have would be to come out to the field behind the apartment, because at least then, if he decides to bring people around, and I will come with no weapons, no pistols, no anything like that, because it's in the field, I don't care. But at least then there will be a good amount of people within the vicinity of that area to keep guard that live here. So, I'm not
And
worried.
I think that's between you guys. Like, I
Yeah.
think there has to be a compromise if
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. Like, to me, like I said, it says yes and then no and then yes and then no. To me, I'd rather not, because it doesn't prove anything. But if it's something more for yourselves to showcase, okay, hey, shut the fuck up now. I proved that I could whoop your ass, vice versa. And then you move on. But like, to the viewers, it'll be entertaining. Like, to
Oh,
us,
yeah.
like me,
To
but
me, he has I have everything to gain. He has everything to lose. Because even if he does beat me, okay, he said he could, so it's not really a big shock if he did. Like, the shocking part is going to be, and would be, me knocking him the fuck out. Possibly taking some more teeth along with him. That would be the part. So if he wins, what does he get? Oh yeah, I did it. But you already knew you could do it. Like, in your head, you already knew you could do it, so you're not being tested.
well, I think it's more like anything else, right? Bragging rights.
Yeah, right. Like, even if he won, but let's say I left a big ass scar on him. Let's say somewhere in there before I got knocked out, I hit him with an elbow where it leaves a fucking cut that scars. Even then, he will always, like, I may have scars, but he will always have that scar, and it will always be a reminder of me. So there will be a part of me, as kind of gay as it sounds, there will be a part of me left on him in one way, shape, or form.
Are you revealing
Go
your
ahead, Dragon.
No, Dragon, you sick fuck.
What you say, Roar?
I was gonna say something, man.
Are you drunk, awesome speaker? I'm intoxicated, but are you intoxicated?
Roar, before you say that, I want to say this real quick to Dragon. Dragon, don't, like, when you're saying about revealing the true thing, just to let you know, I wasn't going to tell you this, but just since you brought that up, my woman for Sick Kicks wanted us to play Strip Uno. I told her, what the fuck is wrong with you? But yeah. So if she hears that, she may be like, well, I could make it happen to get Strip Uno, or we could play Strip Uno.
Why you bring it up, Chayan? You're nasty.
Just to
That's
fuck
funny.
with you. 'Cause
Why
you got
wanna-
that.
Dragon, you getting naked at Chain's house? What?
Hell no. Chayan.
Or a strip club. Like
Hey,
that.
Chayan, is this your way of one-upping me? Then you're really revealing yourself.
Wait. 1 second.
Ridiculous.
1 second. Sweetie,
No.
are you up?
Oh,
You're passed out. All right. Didn't you suggest that me and Dragon play strip poker?
What the
See, she's all tired, but then she's got all excited. And what did I tell you? I said, you're free. Are you out of your mind? No, I said you are horny.
No, you said that makes me horny.
No, you're tired. Go back to bed.
Ah, damn, hey, Dragon. I don't know. You
See,
better-
She'll burn me, and then she'll burn everybody else.
Why are you acting like? Well, why you need another person to speak for you? You remind me of
All right.
Oh,
Now we
sorry,
know
Dragon.
that
Sorry, Dragon. I was.
goes back home and a different man,
Hey,
different
Chayan,
mentality.
well, why do you have another person speaking for you? You remind me of the other person who couldn't speak.
Oh shit, Dragon. You're right. You called me. Now I gotta go.
You
I
talking
got.
about?
Next
I gotta
time,
go chase. I gotta go chase some more belts. My bad.
Oh
next
my
time,
god.
You want to get one up?
Or why don't you get some Power Ranger action toys?
Wait, what I'm trying to say is that next time you try to one up me or something, don't ask third party, all right? Like, don't phone a friend like who wants to be a millionaire.
Oh yeah, roar. I need your opinion. Can you validate me? No, I'm kidding.
You'll see me see like, hey, Sloppy, do you agree with what
What's
I
up?
say? Or should I be like, oh, Roar, do you agree with what I say? Nah, I stick with my guns. I don't care who agrees with me.
Oh, well, hey,
Sloppy
Dragon.
drinking wine like he's
I
drunk
just want
Davis.
to
Don't ask me because I want to say some freaky shit today. But Dragon, you're gonna be in the couch for the first day, but then the second day, the couch is gonna be moved into the master bedroom.
Hey, hey, if that's the case, Cheyenne, I'll sleep outside.
What the fuck? By the way, brother, the couch is fucking amazing. We got like today outside of working, we got a new couch. So and and
by the way, if I were you, you better start training.
yes, even though it's not going to happen at this point, but yeah,
Just fucking train.
we'll train
Need
just
to
to
gain
fucking
some
slap
muscle,
each
yeah.
other. Okay, we'll
No,
slap each other.
Yeah.
We're not gonna slap each other.
Dragon, you better
Mhm.
whoop his ass, and I want to see the video.
You need
Yeah,
take him
yeah,
to the gym or something. Like seriously.
Hey,
How
Sloppy,
can
I'm gonna
Dragon
whoop
do
your
it?
ass. But hey, let me
Dragon
explain.
was sorry.
Let me
Go ahead,
explain something.
Dragon.
The only time I can whoop Chayton's ass if it's Chayton is serious. If he's not serious, I'm not gonna whoop his ass.
I'm telling you, that's why you're Eat Man, right? That's why you're Eat Man.
Because
You're gonna tell him,
the
"Thank you
only,
for
the
training
only,
me."
the only time it becomes serious is when Chayton takes it seriously. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have fun with him, unless he wants to notch it up a bit.
Yeah, are you gonna use
And we
the
got
wing-
2 weeks to be doing all that. Now, but yeah, like basically to put the nip this in the bud, because I know Roar's been needing to say something for us. I'll say this. Like
Yeah,
I
shut
said,
up, James. Fuck.
if there's no compromise nor agreement to the original terms, I will openly say right now the fight is off, and people could say one thing or the other. I consider it as him backing out because of the agreement not being met into the terms of the challenge. So therefore, I'm taking it as a back out, which.
Well, I don't
But
know.
he's got time. He's got time. He's got
I know
time.
you guys gotta
I'm-
compromise on something.
Yeah.
Having three people on your side and one of them himself, and more so when you said that if it goes bad, that someone's gonna back up their car. Me personally, I would have been like, you know what, I am bringing someone just as a witness. That's why there has to be some communication when it comes to that. Even though you guys hate each other, dislike each other, want to rip your guys' head off, there has to be a compromise just so it could be legal.
Yeah.
Main thing, legal.
Because you don't
so
want
you
the
guys
people
know.
that you hang. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Pink.
No, I was just saying because since you're on a public gym or whatever, they usually have rules, don't they?
Yeah. And here's the other thing. I said more of the backing up thing because, well, I'll be honest, it was more so for comedic effect. If she fucking did that, she'd be in more trouble than even any of us would if that got to that point. So I wouldn't put her in that way. Her basically, and she knows this, her only job there is to film the thing. And Dragon and I, and again, Dragon wouldn't even be a part of this if he didn't say, when me and Dragon, because Dragon, didn't you and I talk about us fucking doing sparring when you come down here and he's the one like a fucking lost child thinking like being picked last at volleyball? He's like, can I come?
He just nosed in.
Huh?
He just nosed in.
He just knows
So
then
he's
wait.
basically the outcast guy.
You don't know what that means? Nose in? He put his nose in.
Yeah, he stuck his nose in. Like, so that was even back, I think, when me and Chase made our peace agreement. I'm like thinking, dude, do you still want to fight? And like, I'm like, they got, yeah, that was before. So and so he's still bringing up when, like, he's like, oh, I still agreed. I'll fight you and Dragon on this day. I'm like thinking, dude, you really like want to fight both? That's why I was like, okay, if you want to fight it, here are the terms.
I think that was after he claimed that you guys broke the peace agreement.
Yeah, when he claimed that. And I'm like thinking, okay, here are the terms. I will give you a location by the end of the week, which actually I gave it earlier. earlier than expected. And I was like, okay, there are the rules, there are the terms, and here's the location. That's it.
To me, it's odd that the place that you're doing the thing allows you guys to fight without gloves. To me, that's odd because typically a government gym has to, protect themselves from anything.
Yeah,
So
they
they will
monitor, yeah.
have to use gloves if you're gonna, I guess, engage into some fisticuffs. I don't know if you guys doing MMA or you guys doing. That's why to me I don't understand you guys' um, what's going to happen because different places have different rules when it comes to rules of engagement when
Yeah.
it comes to fighting.
Well,
So
and here's the other thing too, okay, because it goes by the mutual combat law here in Texas. Even then, like, what was it? I think before we even got the location, he was like, "Oh, I'll beat you to a pulp." I'm like thinking, okay, so even when we did it in a gym, you couldn't even do it like that. If anything, the most you'd be able to do is knock me out even. But if you tried doing any more, like Rod Jackson me or some shit,
yeah, that's why
you
I'm
would.
asking. That's why I ask if Dragon is capable of neutralizing anything involving you or him because I don't know if at that moment that he punches you in the nuts or something and you get mad and you punch him in the face and he gets knocked down and because the anger is in your body
Oh,
you,
trust me, if
you
he punches me in the nuts, well, he looked. Apparently, according to him and other people, I've heard he has a fondness for my dick. So I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to punch it.
well, I didn't mean it like that. I'm saying
I know. I'm just trying to add levity to the situation.
I know.
And why are you revealing your true self?
What the hell?
Shut the fuck up, Dragon.
To me,
I
that's
want
the
to bring
main
him
thing.
up in a minute, but
That's the main thing for me. Like, you guys could fight. You guys could say you're gonna fight, but as long as there's someone that's able to neutralize any further inflict of damage to the person, like if he wins and knocks you out, or if you win and knock him out, and then that's it, right? After that, okay, I beat your ass, or oh, I beat your ass, and you move on. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know you guys' mentality, how much you guys dislike each other. I don't know how you're gonna be at the brink of the moment, desperation. If you're losing, what are you gonna do? There's a
If I
lot
if
of
I if
factors.
I if I really like, here's the thing. It is true. I don't like him. I think he's scum of the earth, and I stand by a lot of things I've said about him, being a rapist and all this other stuff. However, if I really despise him, I would have already handled him long ago. Like that's just like, and it would have been like he said, "Oh, if you want, I can come to your apartment." I would have already dealt with that 4 years ago. But it is not worth. It is not worth wait. Like the only reason why I even like even threw down a challenge at all, even going back months earlier, was because of the fact that he kept bringing it up. He kept acting all big and bad, which I truly believe he's not. He couldn't even fight Sean's View when he was in his home and all that stuff. So, and Sean's View doesn't look like much physically, if I'm being perfectly honest. So,
yeah.
therefore, if he can back down from that guy, he could say, "Oh, kids were in there." We don't know that because we were in that home.
Mhm.
But the point I'm trying to make here is the whole point was me calling him out back then. After all the years of him saying he could do this, he could do that, he could do it anytime he wants. I'm like thinking, I'm still here, I'm still breathing. I have all my teeth. I have fucking all my facial structuring. I don't look like an ogre. My face doesn't look like it's been hit with a meat cleaver 400 times. Like I don't have to take my shirt off on fucking Scream just to prove I have a fucking somewhat of a body. I thought that was weird that yes, you can call another man fat, but then him taking his shirt off just to show that. To me that was kind of gay. If I'm being honest with you, why I turned away when he tried to show me his body.
Well, people do stuff online, man. People I heard Sean View showed his penis. I heard different people do
Yeah.
some crazy ass shit online. So maybe that was something, right? You took a picture of yourself at the beach with your shirt off.
Oh yeah. That's what. That's the beach. I don't like the thing. The thing is that people can make fun, like saying, "Oh yeah, you have milkers, right?" I don't get offended by that. You know what I do when they do that? I say, well, since a lot of the dudes always talk about my milkers, I guess my milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard.
Yeah.
I don't take like that type of stuff. You can call me fat. You can. It's like I'll use a wrestling quote. It's like when CM Punk asked Stone Cold Steve Austin if he could say the alphabet backwards because he was insinuating he was drunk.
Mhm.
And Austin said,
No,
I could.
you're wrong. It was Jericho.
No, this happened in 2011. That was when Punk was wearing
that
was
Chris Jericho. That was
no,
Chris
but
Jericho.
it was Austin and Punk. And Austin told Punk, "I could whoop your ass backwards." The video is on you. I can. I'm sure he said that before.
So, Cheyenne, are you telling me that you're a backwards mechanic?
What the fuck?
He's not a mechanic.
What are you doing?
Entertainment?
Why does that sound like reptilian?
All right, go ahead, Colorado fan. You have the floor.
But, since you're talking about fights, I'm gonna talk about the whole thing on my stream. It's like, because the other day, I've been hearing about this suing thing for 2 months, and I've been wanting, hey, since you want to challenge me, why don't you make a video? Why don't you make a 1-minute video saying, hey, I'm in Phoenix, meet me here, even if it was a location you wanted me to be at. I mean, it doesn't have to be far because, again, I don't want anybody in jeopardy or me to go to jail because of this stupid ass shit. And it's like, all because I kicked them out. It's all because of that. It's like, that's some Daniel Rolfe mentality. And I don't usually like to say that, but you know what? You're just like him. I defended you motherfuckers for years, trying to get to understand y'all, and you want to treat me like this? Like, fuck you guys, man. Like, I was like one of the biggest offenders of these people, and I hate to say that, but I was. And they want to treat me like I wasn't their friend. It's like, and like I said, he can get whoever he wants. He can get a cameraman. He can get his roommate, whoever, to record the video, and he can have it on film and show me that he can kick my ass. If he really is that intimate, that intimate, however say the fucking word, my bad. Like I said, if he really is that serious about suing me or any of these things, why don't he do it now? Why did I not get an email saying that I need to go to court? Because all of these people are full of shit. And I'm tired of being lied to. I want to know the goddamn truth. If you don't want to do it, why don't you just be honest? If I had all the money in the world and I was a billionaire, damn, I went to Vegas and kicked their ass. But because I don't have those resources, I can't do it. So that's why I'm asking your dumbass, because, well, you have all that shit. You have a wealthy family. You have a job and all these things. How come you won't fucking do it? How come you won't do it? Because you're a coward. I remember when you did that stream with Chase, you look nervous as shit. So don't tell me that you're not that kind of person when you are. I bet you if you met me, you'd be nervous as shit, like, what the hell is going on? It's like, all because I wanted to move. I wanted to cut you off. It's like with Daniel when I didn't want to be part of his shit. What'd y'all do? You blocked. Well, actually, I blocked you, but Daniel blocked me on Facebook. And then what'd y'all do? Made videos throwing a bitch fit. So if you don't want to deal with me, then why don't you move on? Do your own thing. Do your truth or content, and fuck off. So that's all I gotta say.
Well,
Hey,
I
go
want to respond to you real quick. You was what mentioned in the video. Af wanted to fight you. Was it the
What?
other way around?
Brian, it was Brian.
No,
Arthur brought up the
Brian
fact that,
and Alpha.
well, Arthur mentioned on his community post that Brian wanted to kick my ass, and Arthur still wants to sue me, which I don't get. You've been doing this shit for 10 years. Like, when are you gonna realize that, you have to get money to do that shit. You can't just randomly do it. I don't even know how to do that shit.
Well, does it bother you though that they threatened you? Does it bother you?
It's more of the fact I just recently moved to my brother, and I don't want to deal with this shit. I honestly dealt with enough, and the last thing I wanted was this shit when I didn't really do anything. We were trying to be a friend, and he took it like.
Does it bother you if they threatened you? Does it bother you, Law?
It's not about the threatening that bothers me. It's the fact that he doesn't really mean it, and it makes no sense. And it.
But why would that it bother you though? Because if you know that it's not going to happen, what's the point in bothering about it? Like, I've had threats from Arthur. I'm sure Chitin had threats from Arthur. Everyone has threats from Arthur.
Yeah.
But he's never pulled the trigger on his threats. He's never done it.
He threatened to call me. I don't mean to cut you off,
He's
Kevin.
never
But
sued me except this one time. Most of the time, he threatened to kill me, but sue me. This is like the first time.
Arthur's threatened to kill a lot of people. Well, he's threatened.
I think
to
he's
kill
even
me.
threatened to kill me.
He threatened to kill me too. And he threatened to kill.
Oh yeah.
He threatened to kill
Arthur's threats ain't a problem because he's never pulled the trigger on his threats. I think me, Dragon, Arthur. I think I know Arthur a little longer. I can't say, but we know Arthur quite a bit. We've had the same issues together, but yeah.
I mean, I've known about his channel since 2016, so it isn't. But like I said,
let's just say I know Arthur since 2010.
Oh, that's a long time, dude.
A little bit before you, Dragon.
Like, I'll say this to you, Roar. He has said a lot of things that about me in the last however many weeks. He's mentioned my woman too, all this stuff.
Yeah,
Right now, I've mentioned his woman too. Although again, that issue seems to be dealt with regarding me and his woman. However,
what does Arthur say about your woman?
Just the usual. She calls her ugly, calls her fat, which is funny because again, she after she saw what he looked like, she literally laughed and said, "Him of all people is going to call me names." She thought it was funny at first. She thought it was funny at first, but then when she saw what he looked like, she thought it was fucking even more hilarious because of how he looked. But what my point is that he's threatened to sue me. He's threatened to beat me up. But I know he is full of shit. Second,
and what bothers me the most, it's like you're the closest to me, so why would you not want to confront me if you're the closest? It's like with the Chase stuff. He's the closest, like 30 minutes from me, right? Why can't he just fucking do it already if he is that upset about shit? Why are these people so desperate to want to kick someone's ass that they're not going to do it?
It's an ego thing.
And
I didn't bring up
to be honest, go ahead.
But I didn't have backup in my videos. I was all by myself. I don't need my mom. I don't need my brother. I can take care of myself. Even if I wanted backup, I'm pretty sure Arthur's going to have like a million motherfuckers. His mom, his brother, cousins, roommates. And
probably not his mom, but yeah, I get what you mean. And maybe not his brother. They'd probably be there just to laugh and watch him get his ass beat.
Remember Arthur, his own mother?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But if he thinks what his brother did was bad,
and always there too when you confront him on that one. And it's
he thinks what his brother did was bad. I'm gonna do 10 times worse, and I'm not gonna joke around. So
the other thing I care about is Punkify. That's the other person I care about in this family.
Yeah, he's the only one that's cool.
I don't want to hurt his brother, but then again, his brother's been doing this shit for 10 years. I'm like, you know what? You want to sue me and make fun of the fact I don't live on my own? It's like, why do y'all do this? Every time people cut you off, they always do this. Daniel did this too. They all do this. You're ugly. You
Well,
don't have your own place, but
Arthur's been doing it for a very long time. While he does that same thing, he did it with me.
I was gonna say real quick. I remember when I cut him off a few years earlier. He was he it was the same thing, and that was
Yeah.
and so that's something that again is not
And he started
surprising to
bringing
me.
up
That's why, like I said,
shit.
I don't get bothered. I'm sorry to say this to you, Roy. I told Eldorado this too. I don't get bothered like some of y'all regarding what he's doing. Like I know
me
he
get
fucking,
bothered?
huh?
Just a question, do you see when me being going out after for a very long time, have you seen me get bothered by him?
No, you like even when you said something earlier about how you were what's the word I'm looking for? How last time you got like visibly angry or verbally angry, right? Like
Yeah,
you
that
two don't
wasn't
even
like
get
it.
in your yelling contest as much as you do, which is why I think a lot of times I think it's boring because it's not the same how it used to be like 4 years ago, right? When both of y'all were kind of yelling at each other left, right, and center. My point is though, is that like I know in my heart that whole math thing, outside of everything else that's happened to him, that whole math thing fucked with him. Like for
the
me,
math
it was
question thing.
for me it was just cakewalk. Like I knew he was fucking stupid. So it wasn't like, and I know some other people did too.
Yeah.
But there was a difference between like us just knowing it because of the stupid shit he says, but then just seeing how stupid he really was or really is, excuse me. And so
Yeah.
I guarantee you, that is probably the main reason why he's still upset with me because again, he still brings me up every 5 seconds.
And he has to rely on his family. He's relied on his family for 30 plus years and still doing it. And then people want to compare me to him. Like, not really. If you saw if people told you about my life, it's not even close to that guy. I don't think like him. I'm not rich like him, and I don't want to be. Because a lot of rich people, no offense, have a big ego. And he's partially the reason why I would never be rich.
So is Arthur come from a wealthy family?
Yes.
Yeah,
I can tell. Y'all used to talk about it on your streams. So,
yeah. Actually,
Is
I
that true,
think
Kevin?
Punkify is the wealthy family, but I think I'm not 100% sure though.
Is that why Arthur thinks he can get away with anything?
yeah, because he has
Pretty much,
backup and he thinks he can get away with it. It's like, not for long when they find out who you are. Because if your job saw what you did on videos, they'd probably kick you out immediately. They'd be like, yeah, dude, you got to go. You claim you tell your job these things, then why aren't you fired yet?
Yeah, why?
And I don't believe,
But,
to be honest.
And
I
if
don't
I'm
believe
being
he has
honest, I don't. Oh, go ahead.
I don't believe he has a high security job. He's probably one of those security guards that either checks people's, when they go through your pants to see if you have weapons or anything, or he probably just sits on a bench all day. He doesn't know combat. Look at him. He has no muscle, no physical combat skills whatsoever.
well, no. I'm sorry, Rod. He does know combat. He does.
Yeah, Power Ranger weapons. And Legend
I
Zelda
was gonna
sword.
say lizard. I was gonna say the lizard Tai Chi.
No, yeah,
That's another thing. You
Sorry,
have
I
the
had to make a
muscle
little joke.
and strength to fight somebody. If you don't have either of those things, you're not gonna win or anything.
I remember a while back. I'm not sure if Dragon remember this, where Arthur played bio with a Tai Chi or something like that with
Oh my
karate.
god!
I was like, I was laughing with bio.
And the way he sings in Japanese, it is terrible. Like,
It's entertaining, though. I can't deny that.
but
I'm not the best singer either, but I'm just
my
saying.
opinion, I think Roar is the better terrible singer next to Arthur.
Roar actually tries to put some effort in there. But like now, what I was gonna say though is that Arthur is the epitome of a pity fuck. when it comes to his job. They probably only took him because they didn't have enough stupid people that they needed to fit their quota. Hence why Arthur got the job.
You know,
Well, I
brought
did
this
ask
up.
you the question about. I'm sorry, Rob. Go on.
I kind of brought this up. He's a lot like Daniel, because Daniel and him always like to talk about all the things they get because they're obsessed with samurai swords and whatever the fuck. You know, and Daniel's obsessed with anime and Arthur's obsessed with true shit. They always like to talk shit, but it's like you guys have relied on your family and friends for years. Yes, I know back in the day I've criticized Mr. Dirt Mason, but I'm not going to get into what it was. But after finding out the real reason, I mean, even with that whole incident, I always thought Daniel was kind of a jerk. Like, even when we were friends, like, we'll tell him about somebody and he'll be like, no, that's not how that fucking person is. And I'm like, why are you yelling at us? We're just telling you. Like, when Dark Horse, I don't mean to bring him up, but it's like the whole Lady M White thing was, yeah, him and DH, and he was yelling at him, giving him attitude, all because he didn't trust Lady M White in the group chat. And Daniel started talking a bunch of shit, and Jungle got involved, and it's like, wow.
Well, and here's the other thing. I like you brought
I
up.
don't know if you
DH.
remember this, if people told anybody, but because I
I
never
was gonna-
brought that up.
go ahead.
But since he wants to talk shit about, because I know he probably brings me up on his Facebook. It's like, dude, even if I have you blocked, people could send screenshots of you talking shit about me. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I was gonna say regarding
also, I know-
DH. You want to go, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm going to say something real quick because
Yeah.
I know Alpha talks about me all the time. So I know he has his little Twitter and makes his videos on there because I was told a long time ago, Adam and ITB, that Alpha made videos on his private Twitter account. I'm not sure he
That
does
guy's
Twitter,
1,000
everybody else does.
accounts. Like, I swear, man. No offense. I'm not saying all black people do this, but I've noticed like Jayla Marshall, for example, or fucking Eric Melendez. They have all these accounts. I'm like, why do you all have all these accounts? What do you need them for? They have like thousands of motherfuckers following them, and I'm thinking to myself, why? They're stupid people. Arthur has it too, and I'm like, why do these people have so many people?
Good man, stereotyping.
What? I'm not. I wasn't saying all black people do this, but I've noticed a lot of them make a lot of these accounts. So
It's all them black people, you know.
Well, apparently white people do it too, you know.
What were we gonna say, Chan?
yeah.
I know you were trying to say
Oh,
something.
like okay, like for example, with the I'm talking while also playing Ghost Simulator 3. But what do you call it?
Downloading the game.
Regarding fucking I know fucking Roar Ulysses or not Ulysses. Well, it does pertain to him, but DH. You know, it's so funny because like he was like. He is bringing up DH early in the stream the other day, and like he criticized me
Hero
saying
or
I'm
Ulysses?
Ulysses, useless, whatever the fuck you want to call him. But he it's crazy that he's fucking bringing him up when it's like I talked to him earlier today. I'm not going to divulge what was said, but just a conversation about personal matters. My point is that like, you know, it's just pathetic how, and this is the other point, the part about when he asks, oh, it's I don't talk about DH all the time and all that. He's not even a thought to you, but yet, like, he's not even a thought towards you. Like, you know, he doesn't think about you, but yet, fucking, any chance you get, you bring him up or Poseidon or whoever else. And it's just like
Yeah.
again, I always say you call me or call other people obsessive losers. Let's just be. Oh, you could actually drive. Sorry, I'm playing Goat Simulator. I didn't realize that the goat can actually get in a fucking thing and drive.
Damn,
What the
that
fuck?
game is.
That's actually a funny game, I gotta be honest. I've seen clips of it. It's like fucking funny. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm
But,
just running over random farmers right now. I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway,
I'm gonna take off, all right, man. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, you too,
all right,
Joe.
brother.
Yep.
But like, yeah, like regarding
Get
that,
them
it's
shrooms.
like no one is fucking talking about you. A lot of times it's just the only people that are talking about you is if they're responding to any bullshit you're doing.
I mean, the
Because,
main topic's been about Arthur mainly, to be honest, and John Davis. But now Chase.
But
But to be fair, right? So I rewatched my video, right? I tend to rewatch my videos just to make sure or exactly get all the context, because sometimes I kind of doze off because it was a 4-hour stream, so I kind of let you guys talk and then I just do some other shit while you guys are talking.
it's
So I tend to rewatch my shit to kind of understand exactly what's going on. What's his name? NSW Revolution. He came in and brought him up, right? Chase needs to stop talking about me. Chase needs to do this. Chase needs to do that. In my head, I'm like, I didn't see Chase in the chat. Like, if I would have seen Chase in the chat saying, "Oh, fucking, DH or Poseidon or fucking pieces of shit, whatever," I would have been like, "Okay, yeah, like I'll call him out or something, or I'll ask him like, why you bring him up?" But the moment that he came in to respond, you guys were like, "Oh, see, you're making it about him. He's making it about himself." I'm like, "Wait, you guys mentioned him. Well, not you. NFW or whatever his name is mentioned him. Now that he's in here, he's like, "Oh, you're making it about yourself." It's like, wait a minute. He came in after the fact. How is he making it about himself when he came in after the fact that he was mentioned? Like, I would understand if they confronted him on his own stream or on your stream because Chase was talking so much shit, but Chase comes in, mentions him once or twice, and then that's it. But I would have thought that he would have came in at those instances or commented on that video where Chase mentioned NSW or DH, and then I would understand. Okay, that's what happened. But he came in on a stream where Chase hasn't been on my stream for a while. To me, I'm like, okay, go ahead, King.
so when did that? Was it DH you said? Saying
no, it
something
wasn't
about-
DH. It was Poseidon.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
when was it his own stream or the chat? So,
I don't know. Well, from what what's his name? Fuck. He
Poseidon.
has so many names. I'll call him Poseidon. Yeah. I'll call him Poseidon. Poseidon said, "Oh, Chase is mentioning me on his streams." I'm like, okay. Well, why are you telling me? Like I don't call out people for mentioning other people. Like, I could give two fucks about that shit. If Chase said something about children, then I would have been like, oh shit, like where was this? But if Chase is
would've said
talking
something
about
too.
you, then you confront him on your, there. Like my topics is about Preds and this and that. Like I don't understand why you want me to call out someone that's calling you out or mentioning you. That's not my issue.
I
He
think
comes
the
in my
thing
chat.
is.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All I was going to say regarding that was, I think because Poseidon doesn't have he doesn't really. I know on that YouTube channel he doesn't really stream on it, like stream stuff like anything drama related, right?
Right.
And with Ulysses won't, like, if he talks shit, he won't allow him to have a say in the matter because of the fact that he hasn't blocked either from commenting or in which, again, he has every right to do. It's his channel. He could do what he wants, like, in that regard. Okay, right? So maybe and again, I'm not siding with this, so I'm just going from a basically from the, like I tried to do yesterday or the other day before Ulysses tried to say I was trying to break some agreement.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being honest, I just think he was doing that just to fuck. I think he's been waiting find whatever excuse he could for the peace agreement to be broken. But I digress. Maybe he looked at this situation as mutual ground to where he could come in and give his opinion because everywhere else doesn't give him so. Just like when he tried to give his opinion and Ulysses blocked him from commenting.
Right. And I understand that. That's why I let him
That's
come up.
my, I guess, rationalization when it comes to that.
Right.
I could be
And
completely wrong, but
No. I understand that. I understand that Chase doesn't allow him to speak his mind when he is confronted about situations about him. The main thing for me is like, why do I have to call him out? I'm like,
that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
I don't control what people say in other people's streams. And even if they come to my stream, I have let you say things about Kevin. I let you say things about Chase. I let you say things about ZTV. I don't tell you, hey, Chain, stop that. Don't do this. No, and I give the opportunity for Pink Lives or ZTV or Chase to come in and respond to what you're saying. So why would I have to call someone out for what they're saying on their own stream or my stream? They could easily come in like when Chase was Poseidon said, "Oh, you let Chase talk about me in your stream." I'm like, "Yeah, well, you could have came in and responded. I would have gladly let you in because this is not my issue." But if
Maybe
go ahead.
I was going to say maybe it also pertains depending on the timeline of when it happened and or what the other person was doing. Like with Chase, right? He didn't come in till like after Poseidon already left.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 2 hours later or whatever. I can't recall how long it was since he left or when he came in, but he was in chat. So maybe in that case, he wasn't available even to chat at that time, either asleep or be at work. And that's my thought process of that. Again, I'm not trying to justify it. I'm just looking for possible scenarios that could be.
And I understand that. Like maybe the time that Chase was in my stream, he was sleeping because different time zones. Well, I understand that. Like he came in, what was it, 2 days ago, and I let him spiel whatever he wanted to say. Vent out the frustration that he had towards Chase. I didn't say, "Oh, you need to stop." Why are you talking about Chase? Like I allowed him to express himself the same way that Chase expressed himself about other people. So why do I have to call out other people when I allow anybody to express themselves negatively, positively about a certain individual? Like I would be a hypocrite if I would have told Poseidon, "Hey, calm down, relax, don't talk about him."
It's
Because-
like Poseidon was like regarding y'all's discussion, and then when Ulysses came in later, did a similar thing where he's trying to say, "Hey, how can you let someone be in here?" or blah blah blah. Like it's like it's like one side's telling the other or telling the middle, basically the middleman in this scenario, "Hey, you can't be saying this or you can't be allowing this to happen," and then the other person does the exact same thing. It's like you can't tell someone what to do on their channel.
Like I allow people to come in. I have allowed Pink Lives. I have allowed you. I have allowed anybody that. More so when it's an open chat. When like I've been making a mistake that when I'm talking about a pred, I allow people to come in and then the topic changes a little bit when people want to hear about the situation about the pred. But when it's like today, like a little wine, meaning like open chat, like anyway come in. I think those are more fair for people to come in and vent out what they want to express. But apparently, I can't have people come in because they don't want to be talking about the other person negatively. But to me, I'm like, no. Like Pink Lives has showed up when you're here. Like he's here right now. I'm sure he still doesn't like you, but he's here and he's he's being respectful.
I'm to be honest.
Yeah, that's one thing that we've but we've at least understood there's a common ground regarding Arthur and John
Certain
Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even now, like if Che and you would have been like, oh fucking Kevin, I found out that he did this and that, I will let Kevin come in and say, "Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What are you talking
You-
about?" And that's the same. Like when it comes to Chase and Poseidon, I'm like, if Poseidon wanted to come in and Chase wanted to come in,
I want to
I
say
will
that,
let
man.
them. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's like that
Yeah,
one
or-
time when Money AD let me on that stream. I mean, was I kind of, hostile towards Kevin? Yeah, but at least I was honest, just like with Arthur. Arthur thought he was going to be different. It's like, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just using it as an example. So it's like,
Yeah,
Arthur, I confront everybody that way. If you fuck with me or make me mad, and I told him that I think on his last stream before it got flagged, that, if you're going to keep doing what you're doing, I'm going to call you out. And if you don't want to deal with it, and again, I wasn't even going to talk shit about him, but he made a stream for like 5 hours a month ago talking about all of us. And I'm like,
No.
what did I do? Like,
No.
I just kicked you
know
out.
that's
And
what
it wasn't
Arthur
even
does.
and it wasn't even my
You know-
choice. Jordan was the one who offered me to kick him out. And I mean, I was gonna probably kick him out anyway, so
Well, final words because it's already 2 hours and a half, and I'm already tired. The wine is already putting me to sleep. So, final words. Anybody?
I'll say this, I guess, like I said earlier, regarding the whole thing with the fight thing. If there's some compromise, or if the original demands are met, then everything's still a go. If it's not, then I'm counting that as a back out on his end. People could say one thing or think of one thing. One thing I pride myself in is being a strategist when it comes to any situations, when it comes to life in general. But that's going to be the plan going forward. Like I said, Dragon Me are still like the stream has already been made and set. We're still going to stream regardless if the thing happens or not. We'll just probably just shoot the shit, have fun. Maybe we'll even get the Spartan Dane of us because at least then someone will see some action, and all that. But yeah, that's the final regards regarding that. And then in regards to the other stuff that's going to be happening, like I said, he has the option to make that to push that aside if he decides to nut up. But with that, I appreciate you let me on, Sloppy, to say my piece. Ta-ta for now, guys. Take care.
I'm gonna say one more thing. It's like I said, Arthur, you got 2 months, and if you don't show up in 2 months, then I'm gonna claim victory. And yeah, so thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for having me on, and yeah, peace.
Yeah, I'm just going to say this and not going to say too much because I'm going to get going myself. I think Raw is pretty much taking things serious from Arthur, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And I don't see the point in waiting 2 months just to claim the victory, my opinion. But I already said I don't like Arthur, John Davis, or thingy, but
Yeah, fuck
as I
those
said, it's just a
motherfuckers.
common ground.
Mhm.
I'm just doing the greater good of keeping the children safe
Yeah.
from predators.
Yeah.
And they also
Right.
said something, Chase Chayton said something earlier. If I know that person was a pedophile, I'll block him straight away without giving no second chance. I give him no chances. But that's me.
Yeah. For sure.
But anyway, I'll catch you later, Slappy.
Slap
Slappy
it.
out.
Yeah.
Slappy.
Yeah. All right, Kevin. And for the record, you target people who bring kids into the right. Guess what said individual said about my kids? Not that I was in the past few years ago, but it still happened. Yeah. And I don't condone that. Network. As I told Chayton about the I guess the information was gonna expose about a woman that had children. I don't condone that. I don't condone what Chase did, and I don't agree with none of the when it comes to people bringing in children into the mix or family members that shouldn't be brought up. Like if you have an issue with someone, attack the individual. I don't stand for nobody, zero people bringing up other people's, and more so when they have children in that household. And I agree with that, and I'm always going to agree with that. And then Sloppy, respectfully, that was never the argument when I said you needed. Well, you said something about calling him out about uh, that he needs to shut the fuck up. That he shouldn't come to my stream and bring you guys up. That I'm letting him bring you guys up and this and that. And I'm like, well, I don't know what people are gonna bring up. I should have picked a better stream though to vent my frustration because the issue you were addressing the other stream was way more important than my. Yeah, it happens, network, and I'm at fault as well because I tend to, like I said right now, I tend to respond to everybody that writes because if they take the time out to respond or write on my chat, then I feel obligated to respond to the individual. If they're saying something negatively or positively, I will respond regardless because they're taking the time out of their night, day, morning, afternoon, depending on where you live, to communicate and engage in here. So it's also my fault for but it happens, and some people might not like it, some people might, depending on what the person's preference is when it comes to these streams. Some people do want to hear about the preds that we're talking about, and others might or are waiting for something to pop off in these type of streams because everybody else, a lot of people like drama and stuff like that, and I typically try not to when it comes to when my stream is about a pred. But uh, you mentioned something about a child and fabrications of an image, so I kind of was interested in hearing about that because yeah, fabricating an image to showcase a child being what do you call it? What do you call that? Peeping Tom. To me, that's not a right thing to do. That's why when you mentioned that, that's why I was engaging in that conversation because it was involving, a child. But if you would have told me, oh, from the beginning, oh, Chase has been talking shit about me and nonstop, and he needs to stop, I don't think I would have engaged as much as I did. But because you mentioned that the whole fabrication of an image of a peeping tom looking into a child's window, I think that was more concerning. He used an image to fabricate a story that wasn't true, but a guy allegedly looking at his nieces through the window. Yeah, that's what I said. So that was the main reason I started engaging more in your conversation because you said there was a picture that showcased a guy looking into a child's window that was fabricated. So I was kind of like, well, I want to kind of know more about that. So I engaged more in that conversation due to the fact that there was a niece, which if you say a niece, that means she's a underage child. So I wanted to kind of understand more of that situation. So that's why that's why I wanted to know more about that. But shit happens. Network, Revolution Network. I I have 200 and something videos and streams, so it's bound to happen that people want to conversate about certain situations, and I'm okay with it. You coming in to express how you felt about a situation, that's cool. I don't mind it. I don't mind it, but maybe some of the viewers might. But me, if you come in and you'll be good. You'll be all right. I I hear about you guys quite often in different videos, different streams from the previous past, but in my mind, I'm like, that's the past. You guys aren't. From what I hear, you guys are just people bickering with each other about certain situations, different viewpoints on different categories, different aspects of other people's lives. To me, in the outside looking in, it's entertaining, but it's for me, it's just people expressing themselves and having real life situations online, like a soap opera. Like I feel like YouTube is a soap opera sometimes with, but like real life situations. The TV reality shows are pretty scripted. The ones on YouTube, most of the time aren't, but it shouldn't be like that. I don't know. The thing with Ulysses and myself has turned further than just petty drama. It never had to go that way, but it did. So that's why there's a deep vested hatred I have for that. And people, and I can't. That's between you guys. Like, I can't. Like, Pink Lives hates John Davis. I hate John Davis. Pink Lives hates Arthur. I can't tell him not to. Your disapproval of another individual, that's between you guys. You guys have a history, and that's between you guys. And if I do have an open chat and you want to vent, if you want to come in, if he wants to come in, you guys can. I don't discriminate when it comes to these type of situations, because I'm sure you have tried to confront him on his streams, and he has you blocked. So best thing to do is come to somewhere where you might know that he might watch it and kind of understand your frustration towards him, and maybe there's a conversation after that. I don't know. Exactly, has nothing to do with you. You're not required to believe anything I say, nor do I expect you to take sides. My thing is, you listen, mention me in one of your streams, mostly. Yeah, and that's why I allow, I let you come in, because if maybe you weren't available during the time that he says things about you on my stream. So now that you have the information and you want to respond, I'll let you come in. I don't shy away, or I don't, because someone doesn't like you that is watches my streams. I'm not gonna be like, nah. No, if you mentioned his name on one of my streams, and he barely found out that you did, you could easily come back in to respond to the things that you heard. And to me, I don't mind. I, I'm okay with that, because we're all men here. So if someone mentions me and I do want to respond, I would hope that the person that talks smack about me allows me to respond to their actions. But everybody, everybody's different. Me personally, I would allow anybody to come in to respond to anything, because that's the fair thing to do. I hate Arthur. I hate John David. They bring my family into the. Yeah, I know that, Pink Lives. That's why every time you say that, I agree with you. That's why I chose to use your platform to speak my piece on the matter. That's why, but my expecting to do anything, it was just a attempt to tell him once again to close his mouth. Yeah, and I understand that. That's why I didn't say nothing. That's why even after he came in, he was asking me like, "What do you have to ask me about?" I'm like, me personally, I don't have no questions. I don't have nothing to say to you, because it's not something that is between me and you. It's something that I guess has been boiling between you and Revolution Network. I don't have a question when it comes to you guys' discussions. Like, if you really want to have the discussion, it will be the one person that was talking about you. Me, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about John Davis, motherfucker. Like I'm just here because I allow people to come in to express what they feel. If someone came into my chat and said, "Oh, this guy is this, and that," I'm like, and the guy that is being accused of doing something is in the chat and wants to come in, I'm like, of course, because you're getting accused of doing the A and B. Let's hear your side. I'm very fair when it comes to these conversations. No, exactly, because it was about a week after the fact, and I wasn't watching when you were in live when he said it. We get some things here and there, so that's why I say that most likely he did it, and you were asleep or you were doing whatever you were doing, and you heard from it, and you saw me live streaming that moment. You were like, okay, let me ask him a question and let me come in, and I was like, of course, come in. He was pretty disrespectful towards you too. I mean, from what I've seen, you went after David Dudon for a lot less. Granted, you were inebriated, but the guy comes in and starts blaming you, and you take it. I was tired at work. It was 4 hours in. I was already trying to end it. Like right now, if I did really want to say some pretty heinous things, I would have said his address or something, or showcase stuff that he might not like. But because I don't, I wasn't like if he would have came in today, like right now, and he would have said some bullshit, I would have said some really mean things. But because I'm trying to turn a new leaf. I mean, you went. I didn't go after David. I could have gone. I could have. What? How do you say it? I could have done worse than just said some bullshit online, right? Like I know, like we we know where he lives and all that stuff. I'm not trying to say that we're gonna do anything, but we when someone says something that we don't like, we look into them and we find their stuff. But because I was stupid, and I apologized to him, even though he didn't know that what was going on. But I did apologize to him because that was stupid of me, and I made a mistake, and I'm a man enough to know when I fuck up, when I say some stupid shit that I shouldn't be saying. But yeah, with Ulysses, I was tired. It was 4 hours in. I typically I should be going to sleep already, but I'm like I said, I respond to the people that come in. Well, yes, that's fair. I won't take up much of your time. I just wasn't available, so tuned in late. But yeah, this conversation can be saved for another. Yeah, for sure. Anyone anyone is welcome in my chat and my streams. If the link is pinned on my channel, that means that anybody could come in. And if it's not pinned, if I forgot that it's pinned, just put it on the chat, send the link, and I will gladly send the link. I don't shy away from conversations, even if or disproving of what I believe. I don't mind because I'm not right all the time. I'm even 10% correct. I could be wrong all the time, but if everybody's saying, "Oh, you're right, you're right, you're right," if someone says you're wrong, I'm gonna be like, "Okay, let's have a conversation why I'm wrong about this topic." And I enjoy conversations where I could be wrong and you could be right, Eh, and I won't hate the person because they're teaching me something that I need to improve. Maybe it's something my mentality that I've never thought about. I'm not a closed-minded individual. I'm very open when it comes to conversations. I'm very open to be proven wrong. If I'm wrong, I will tell you you're correct. I'm wrong. I apologize. Stuff like that because we're men. We. I'm not a prideful person. I'm not someone that's gonna say, you know what, even if you're right, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. No, we're all human, and we could improve all the time. You know what I mean? And welcome, YouTube fan. Appreciate you coming in, but it's the end of the stream. I do appreciate the people that stuck around. Like I said, I do not condone people showcasing information where there's children in that household. So if anybody is showcasing information that has a child in that household, I do not condone that. I do not stand for any of that because then it I'm a hypocrite if that's the case. But yeah, the network, anybody's invited in my chat. You could come in and talk about Pokemon. You could come in and talk about dragons. You could come in and talk about whatever. It's all knowledge to me. I enjoy people that have different viewpoints. I enjoy people that have different mindsets. I don't shy away from anything because everybody has a different mindset. And I can't live with people that just believe what I believe. There has to be people that believe otherwise or other mindsets. And I appreciate the people that are able to conversate about different things. You know, you guys' beef with each other, that's your guys' stuff. Unfortunately, we're human, so we enjoy watching drama. So I can't lie and say I don't like watching what you guys do, but I try to limit it sometimes. Yeah. But besides that, I gotta go. The wine is already getting me a little tired, so appreciate the people that came in. Pink, Dragon, uh, awesome speaker, Tayton. Appreciate the people that were in the chat, engaging in the chat. Appreciate everybody. Um, See you guys next week, one of these days. All right, peace out. I'm out.